right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Master League 2 because yeah, we've been having that kind of morning where there's just no shortage of tech issues that we've had to deal with already, but we are back. The stream is live. I'm very hopeful about this particular round. We're getting into round 2 here of Challenger Cup A. It's going to be Pacifists versus Legionnaires. Pacifists, the higher-seeded team, as they did finish 8th overall. They will have home for pretty much all of the matchups for today. And it looks like with their home pick, they will be opting for a defense pick. They will start on bulk here in Cargo. And I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my potentially missing, but probably their co-caster, Sleepy. Sleepy, say hi to everybody for maybe a third or fourth time. I don't know how many times we've said hello today.
Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to get into these matchups here today. Oh, right. I'm not supposed to go back to the top of the show. So, yeah, no, our first round, unfortunately, like Noman said, we had some tech issues going on there with the stream. But Legionnaires had a strong showing against Team on Downfall. They won the first defensive round, then took it to offense, and Eric got a cap from the basement of the dumpster building on top of, I believe that was Bullets for Breakfast. That was the final defender in that round. And then they closed it out with another defensive win. Again, just running out of time both times for the team of Team. I hope that makes sense to all of you out there because it still doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, Legionnaires had a strong showing. It really, everyone who won in our first round of Challenger Cup Group A today had a very strong showing. Pacifists winning over VRAth 4-1, 5 Horsemen over Phantoms 5-1, and then Lords of War over V-Reality S13 4-0. So all of the first games, which I guess kind of makes sense because in the system, you know, it was like top versus bottom and then things kind of spun out there. But as we go through rounds 2 through 5, things will really start, you know, the matchups will become much closer, and I think we'll stop seeing as many 4-0s and 5-1s and stuff like that. But yeah, this one I'm excited for. Pacifists, Legionnaires both doing well in their first game, so now they're gonna clash head to head here on a very small map, but they do have 6 minutes. One is an EU team, the other knows how to play it very slow, very patiently, so it's possible we could be in for longer rounds here on Cargo, but I don't know. Legionnaires also been learning how to be a bit more aggressive as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this looked like. I mean, like you said, with the teams going 4-0 and 5-1 and in those first rounds, it is hard to make a choice in these matchups, right? We don't really know who's playing weaker than another when compared just stat-wise, so we're going to see some, I hope, pretty interesting plays here between these two teams. And honestly, you know, I think in the pre-show we talked about these two teams are sort of the teams to watch. I mean, 5 Horsemen kind of snuck in there for I think one of the casters made that choice. But yeah, overall,
I think that was Trip that was maybe calling that.
Yeah, I think Trip and Nightfire both sort of mentioned that 5 Horsemen could surprise, and they did perform well in their first round, so they're not out of it by any means just yet. But these are sort of the two teams that I think we all want to see how they perform versus each other.
These are the two I want to see how they perform against each other. I don't know about everyone else. I'm pretty sure you're the same.
Yeah, it's gonna set the sort of tone because again, Pacifists ranked higher overall in the season standings after season standings locked in.
Right.
But again, Legionnaire is one of those teams that kind of comes alive in the championship, so we will see if they can keep their one-game streak alive. As gameplay kicks off here, we have got round 1 underway. Legionnaires on the offense. Like I said, Pacifists looking like they opted into choosing defense for their home pick.
Oh, and here we go, round 1 kicking off. We've still got Zarek on the offensive. Kagan gonna find Jamie on the pre-fire push. Bundy will find Mahal on the other. El Vegas does manage to get up on the smoke on the eastern side of the map. He's gonna try and push with it. He's a walking smoke. He's a little smoke snake.
He's a little smoke snake.
He's
Short
a little
and
smoked.
I was just gonna do the song. Damn it,
Get out of my
Sleepy.
head.
All right, Raider sending some
but
shock down towards the middle. Oh, that nade could be bad for either.
Oh, he walks away from it. He walks away from it, and he's gonna get past Axis Monday. He gets around behind him and finds the pick. Oh my goodness, El Vegas. Oh, that is the best thing I've seen in sliced bread.
That was a delightful
and El
play
Vegas
there.
gonna be able to find a second one on Stray Jack here. 5.5 minutes left in the round. Rexar on his own. Zarek gonna be pushing around. Will he find Rexar? No, they'll trade. Pacifists with just 1 left on the objective. Legionnaires with 2.5 if they go for the res onto Eric.
Oh boy. Oh, that nade. Oh, Vegas. Good thing he went on that call out towards the middle. This is probably the luckiest I've seen a League player get.
He is dodging. He's literally dodging grenades left and right and just walking away. He's not like running. He's just like casually going.
Oh, he hears Polis Bill there in the middle.
Kagan actually comes around from the backside and finds the res onto Eric. Now Vegas is gonna get aggressive. Will he find it? Yeah, will. Vegas, Police Bill, and Legionnaires take the 1-0 here on map 2 or round 2 of Challenger Cup Group A.
Vegas went for the high five there, but his teammate already in the tent. But a great play by Vegas there. 3-0 to start off this round, and whew, oh boy.
That was a good one, yeah.
That was a fantastic play there by
Horseshoe stuck up El Vegas's behind, man.
Yeah, they are definitely.
He didn't even pull his weapon out until he was 3/4 of the way up the map. He just walked around with a smoke out, like, nah, I'm good. I'm just chilling. Just chilling, bro. Actually, I think he had 2. I'm pretty sure he dropped 2 when he finally pulled his weapon out. So some real cojones on him and just gracefully walking away from just about every grenade thrown at him like he knew where they were coming from. It was amazing.
That was very good play. I mean, and that's what we expect to see from a player like Vegas, right? He's been the captain of Legionnaires on and off and been with them for pretty much ever. He's the kind of player you expect those kinds of plays from, so not very surprising overall. But yeah, I kind of expected Pacifist to make that a little bit of a tighter series. It was a 1v3 at the end when that res came out, so a little bit of a surprise for me that they're not quite in the same fighting range. Like I said, top of the 8 to infinity standings. But Legionnaires able to handily take that first round. We'll see if they can do a repeat here in the second round, which is getting underway right now. Alrighty. The defense, Legionnaires, looking to continue this streak. So far, they are 5-0 across all games. We'll see how long they can keep the streak alive. They're setting up their smokes for the cross to the objective. The pre-fire is going to come out, and it will make them a little bit more cautious. Raider going to make the attempt. He will get across. Kagan gets across as well. And that is going to be a huge boon for them as Pacifist not able to land those shots through the smoke on the I mean, look at that. Just one smoke, and they got a perfect cover on it to be able to cross. Like, great throw. Pacifist, meanwhile, they've got the 2-3 setup. Stray Jack and Polis here on the western side, and 3 pushing up with Jamie Axis and Rexar on the objective side. Legionnaires now pretty baked in. Where they're going to defend from. They are the kind of team that knows their spots and doesn't deviate too much from them. That was a very nice frag. Not quite.
Yeah, it was. It was a Killinger level frag almost.
Never seen a couple of them.
Another.
Oh man, yeah, they're getting close. They're clearing in the right area.
Yeah, well, I was just getting ready to say we're definitely going to see some European-esque style play here from the Pacifists, as that's where they do hail from. But here comes the coordinated push. Vegas takes down Mundy with the trade. Mahal grabs Axis on the confirmation, and now Jamie gonna come around and get the double tap onto Vegas, evening things out just a bit. Pacifists up with a 4-3 lead. Jamie finds Raider as well. Will he find Maho? No. Mahal's gonna find the backside of him. Zarek will find Straight Jack, but now Police Bill on the chase. Police Bill and Zarek will down trade.
I traded near tunnel exit.
And it's all going to be up to Rexar against Mahal. If he's smart to go for Police Bill so that they can kind of pinch Mahal and take this point for their attack so they can go back to trying to take advantage of the Volk advantage here in the rounds.
Yeah, it would be the right call to make, I think. Mao is hearing the fallouts of Polis, but I think he made the right choice in not quite following the death yet.
Rexar just slows up just a bit because I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can hear those footsteps even from that distance at a run.
I don't know, with the objective sound.
Yeah, okay.
It can be a little tricky.
That's a good point.
But 4 minutes left. Pacifists now with 2. Can they snap Legionnaires' 5-0 streak? Get themselves on the board here. I can't imagine we're going to see a cap, but they're definitely in a good position to get the kills that they need in order to get this round.
They could get a cap. They could go on a distraction ploy, and as long as they keep Mahal engaged enough, it's possible. What they would need to do would be to pull his attention down to the south and then wrap around the north side of him. Just kind of distract his eye with smokes and some fire, get him maybe pushing off of his spot now, and at the same time push Rexar on the north side here. Well, I guess the south side. So Police Bill should continue to wrap north, I'd say. You see now Mahal's attention. Well, it won't matter because Rexar will come around the corner, find Mahal, and Pacifists will take their Marsoc point right back. It's 1-1 here on round 2 of the Challenger Cup Group A. Legionnaires, Pacifists.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean play there by Pacifist. Good call on getting that res. It's one of those heads-up plays that a lot of teams will ignore if they feel like it's too close to risk it, but the rotation there paying off quite nicely, and that's going to put Pacifists on the board here, and now we're in to a 1-1.
1-1 under the sun, everyone's having fun.
There it is, folks. That's why you tune in.
Meow, meow, meow.
for that fun, funny, sleepy goodness that we all know and love. All right, now it is going to be the let's take a look at the objective, actually. Oh, it's going to be the north objective at red crates. So that is
not a Russian stun objective necessarily, but it can be done.
Yeah, this one is very smoke dependent as well. I mean, how the smokes shake out and where the defenders are watching them. Yeah.
And those checkmates have to be perfect because they're going to be tucked tight in corners. Tucked tight in tiny little corners.
Yeah, it is a very tucked in defense style. It's hard for me to say that, being on a team that generally likes to just leave the objective alone and go sprinting headlong into the middle of the map.
Look, if they get it, they get it. They deserve it. Good for them. If they got past this, they got past this.
Come on, they earned it, They earned it.
I mean,
but yeah, we'll see how it's played by Pacifists. I'm not sure that they're gonna opt for that same style of play. I have a feeling they're gonna tuck in here in round 3. All right, Pacifists defense getting set up, spreading quite. Oh my gosh, I hate those awnings. Getting set up quite nicely. Rexar setting up a little C4 there on the tunnel exit. But Legionnaires not opting for a tunnel approach at all, in fact.
No, they're going to try and use the more open play spaces that they have out in the central portions of the map, taking the eastern and western sides, trying to push up. Eric, though, has gotten quite far, but he's got to be careful. If he even tries to go right, Axis Mundi's going to roast him.
Yeah, he's making these sort of choice peaks. I think if he just stays here while his team gets ready, he's gonna find the pick he wants.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right. I think Police Bill might run out to check that center stack. And yeah, look, as I say that, he's kind of starting to get a little anxious. But Paul Spill's a member of 11 squad. He's got league experience. He's got plenty of time in the league. He knows what he's doing for sure. And he's definitely got that patience. A lot of the teams I feel in the EU just have that bit more discipline, bit more patience. But as I say that, he's going to get crazy. He will find Raider, but Zarek will pop around and got the refrag onto him. So they trade 1 and 1 on each side here as Legionnaires still with 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, Vegas is going to be in trouble here as he pops out facing away from this C4. Could be his downfall. Jamie with a fantastic nade is going to down one on the east. Zarek makes the rush and Axis punishes. And that's going to bring it down to 2 Legionnaires. Pacifists now taking firm control of this objective in round 3. Rexar finding that down onto Vegas along with the confirm. And just like that, it is 1 left for Legionnaires. Shots ring out. He has just got to stick and move. This is going to be... he's got all the time in the world. Pretty much as much time as he needs. Kagan's still resable. Looks like he will go for that res. Ooh, and he just spots out the head of one. Does down Jamie, but that's going to alert everyone else to his position. I wonder... Nope, that's not the correct body. And there you have it. The revive comes out from the side of Pacifists as well, so it is a 2v4.
Nice shot.
We're just going to tag along with the offense as they find their new approach here. And Jamie is going to see that cross, I think, all the way down the lane.
Can you tell me how much time is on your...
3:33 is what I currently hit.
Let me watch.
Okay.
Go in the back.
That's what I saw.
Oop, apologies.
Yeah, I can
So 3.5 minutes left. Legionnaires definitely on the back foot here. Pacifists 4 up, still in a very tight defensive position. They've kind of got a backline defense, not so much a forward push from them, more just kind of watching the approaches, most of them being long and semi-open to suppressive fire. If that grenade went a bit farther, it might be a bit more lethal, but Kagan and Mahal will live to fight another day.
I mean, that favorable bounce, though, you know?
Yeah,
Getting
that did help.
Getting that bounce off that crate is exactly what that needed, but yeah, just a little too early. Like 10 seconds right there, they would have at least picked up Kagan, and Kagan finds one. Strayjack will find the frag elsewhere.
The frag elsewhere to respond. It's like when you shoot someone in any other game and you get like a revenge, and it's like that guy didn't even get killed by him.
Yeah. Kagan looking for... I mean, it's got to be Jamie, right? He's got to find Jamie. I mean, Jamie's the big sticking point here. Because you can sort of sweep across and maybe shoot the legs of Rexar, and there it is. Jamie goes down. Jamie was one bullet as it is. He was a res. That's going to leave 2 minutes and 2 defenders for Kagan to work with. Oh, and Strayjack spots him out early.
He's got the El Vegas Lucky Rabbit's foot now.
And Rexar looking for him at range as well. Ooh, is he going to make the mistake of going to where Jamie is now?
But he might, but Kagan's not looking at it this time. He's not going to be expecting it. Ooh, no, Rexar isn't. He's just going to back himself away just a tad. Kagan on the cross look now.
Minute and a half left. Rexar peeking the angle. Kagan's definitely not going to be ready for this peek right here. And there it is. Rexar will be the one that picks up the final kill, giving Pacifists round 3 here.
Rexar's on fire. He's 4-1 on the map with 1 res. The Pacifists really spreading the workload, though. Everyone else on the team is at 2 kills and, at least 3 deaths, a couple of them going down each round so far. But the Legionnaires doing quite well themselves. A few players with 3, 1 with 2. Raider, unfortunately, not able to find any picks just yet, but overall, both teams doing well at sharing the workload, and their coordination has looked good here from above as well, so it's not like it's just about their kill workload spread. but also their effectiveness on target. They've all been kind of really doing well at covering each other, getting the refrags, picking up secondary trades on the other side. So bravo so far to both, and I think we're getting the kind of matchup that we expected to get between these two teams here on this map.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was, like we said earlier, the one to watch, I think. The one that could set the pace for who takes the Group A stage in general. I think by round 3 or 4, it should start becoming pretty clear who is going to take the Challenger Cup. So every win counts. I mean, in these early stages, you can't give it up this early, because these aren't even really, quote unquote, the tough matchups. They're not the sort of balanced matchups yet. They're still sort of seeding, figure out who moves on where and who plays who. But in those 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds, that's when it gets real juicy. So coming out of this one with a win is going to be a big boost to whichever team takes it. And we are ready to get back into... Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, we are ready to get back into the round. I heard the timers, but looks like they have paused the auto start, so we will just wait a moment. The objective has shifted now. We are in the South Cluster objective. And call it the cluster because it's in a cluster of crates, but it's also a cluster. Every time this objective happens, there's all... This is, I think, the sort of playmaker objective, The one where all the really intense, crazy caps and super fast plays tend to happen is on this particular OBJ. Should be getting underway shortly here. Not sure what the delay is.
I'm not sure what's going on with my system here. Seems to have locked in some overlay.
Well, it is one of those days where tech issues will just come up out of nowhere, they'll sneak up on you, Freddy Krueger style. Freddy Krueger Mellencamp style. Okay, looks like they might be having a tech issue, so we're gonna take you back to the scoreboard just for a moment. Oh, is that a rehost? We've lost all of the pacifists. Good stuff. All right, well, bear with us for a few moments, folks, while we figure out what happened to our teams here. We will be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back into it. We are here. The lobby's rehosted. We've had a few technical issues with the lobbies. So lobby is back up. We're back on the same objective. We've got Legionnaires and Pacifists with the correct scores set. So we will be picking up where we left off before that short/long intermission.
Yeah.
And here we go. Pacifists on the offense, Legionnaires on the defense. We'll see if Legionnaires can hold, get themselves a point on the board, or Pacifists gonna pull ahead here.
Well, we've seen two pretty good rounds from Pacifists so far in their attack round. They did well at utilizing the opportunities that they were given, both to get a res and to take a pinch on the last man standing, and they got themselves a point on Marsoc, and they were able to defend the last round with some tight angles on the objective. So yeah, they're looking good on the map so far. Ooh, Jamie with a greatly threaded grenade, but it's going to be pretty much moot as Raider picks up Kagan on the backside.
Yeah, that res is going to be good. Vegas here made the right play with the smoke. I'm surprised he didn't kind of like tuck in a little bit more on the outside, choosing to instead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, no.
I don't know how that happened. I saw it down and then fire. Did they blow up his Molotov on his chest? What happened there? What a life. Anyway, Legionnaires down to 4 now after a really
Did
unfortunate
he drop it
mishap.
by mistake, maybe?
Oh, yeah, maybe he was holding it in his hand. Kagan does find Stray Jack to even things out pretty quickly here. Pulse primes a nade. It is going to go up and over, but no love as Kagan rotates out.
Raider's got a tight angle watching across to pretty much the doorway into Vegas's room, but he's gonna have to worry more about the guys on the east side who are gonna go for the push. Jamie's gonna actually take down Bundy at the same time. Kagan finds Pulse Bill. Pacifist now down to 2 with just over 4 minutes left. Vegas is gonna find Jamie, and now it's all up to Rexar.
Is gonna be a pretty favorable round here for Legionnaires as they do hold the defense quite well. It's be an uphill battle for Rexar here as he is the last one left, and we will follow his view as he's just waiting for Vegas, but I don't know. If he heard Vegas's voice, he should know that Vegas is not gonna. I feel like that is kind of like a textbook.
Do you even know Vegas, Rexar?
Did you?
You know who Vegas is.
This is why tape study is so important. Vegas will hold an angle until the dinosaurs rule the earth again. That is how long we'll go all the way around back to the creation of time before Vegas gives up on an angle. Come watch Onward as Sky watches Door for 2 minutes. But, I mean, Vegas doesn't have to move. That's the point, right? He's on the defense.
Yeah,
He's got the cross covered.
Call him a camper, if you will, if you're someone from kind of outside the community who might be just tuning in or something or wondering what this is. But, you know, Rexar has to move to try and ultimately send a code through that green uplink station. I mean, granted, yes, he can win the round via kills, but being aggressive here when you have a defense that doesn't have to do anything other than sit back and wait on the clock and watch you come across, you know, various path crossings, you know, it's not camping. They're PTFO in all reality.
Yeah, they are definitely playing to the objective. They've got the cross defense set up that they need. I feel like Rexar is going to run into Raiders' viewpoint here as Raiders sort of looking underneath. Yeah, there's the shots ringing out, and they do find Rexar. Legionnaires tying things up with a 2-2 now. They're in our 4th round. All right, 2-2 is the score line. We have got a pretty solid series on our hands here. We've got oh, I was gonna start commenting on the kills, but obviously these do not track.
That is way off.
Yeah, they do not track across the unfortunate rehost we had to go through, but I do believe that Kagan was doing a good bit of work along with Raider in the early rounds. And on the pacifist side, I think Bill and Jamie doing a pretty solid job, but it looks like the sort of kills are spreading out a little bit more even now. See if we'll see if we're just gonna. I think it's been Volk rounds each time, right? I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but
no, Pacifist was able to get a Marsoc round on the very first round. They took Legionnaires down there with a pincer maneuver. Bill was downed, and I believe it was Rexar went for the res. They got the res onto Bill. He pushed a little north, and they managed to pincer Mahal and take the round. Then they went on to win another defensive round, and then of course you saw their Legionnaires able to take their next defensive round and get themselves tied back up.
Yeah, so we're seeing a repeat. This objective was already played in the last host of the lobby. Ooh, a nice little defensive nade toss there. Not quite connecting. Axis will find one. Vegas not going to be able to pull that same trick twice. JB finds Zarek in the mid as well, and it looks like Pacifist learned from their last approach of this objective. And this is the problem. You see, I mean, go ahead.
I am confirmed, though. He was carrying 2 smokes that last time. That's why I think he was able to make it so far. Just a thick cloud of smoke over there. And then even the one that's up top, on top of that container right now, is actually helping them. Jamie looking to get aggressive there onto Raider, but he's not going to find him. Find him. Instead, the refrag is out. It's now a 3v4. 5 minutes still left in the map. Legionnaires still have plenty of time to mess with, but I think Pacifist might start throwing a little bit of utility their way, possibly some grenades, maybe some flashes, and a hard push. Rexar going to find the barrel of from Raider. Axis Money going to move into his spot, but now Kagan's on a push.
Axis pushes out, looking for the kill here. He's not going to find it, but Stray Jack will find him on the rotation, and both will go down. Pacifist will take that round and go up 3-2.
Wow, finds a 2-timer right at the end. Great play there from Stray Jack. A lot of moving parts there on the Pacifist defense, but it looked good. It was very fluid. It adapted well. They kind of rotated around support, rotated through covering position. The risky one was there where Axis Money kind of ran around the front side of the container to get in there. Ultimately, it would have been both shorter and a little bit more advantageous to him to stay on the backside and not have exposed himself to that possible pre-fire shots from Kagan. But ultimately, it works out as, again, Stray Jack and the entire Pacifist defense was very fluid and strategic about their movements, and it worked out well for them. So they go up 3-2 here on Cargo. It's only round 2 of our Challenger Cup Group A. A little bit of technical difficulties, but now it seems that we might be at our match point here for round 2.
Yeah, we will see how this shakes out. I am not, I don't know. I'm not really sure that the rehost was the right call. I get it. You want to play that same objective and have your chance to prove your mettle, but Legionnaires now running into the issue that maybe they didn't really think about. You will replay objectives when you rehost. So I think they're now getting the reckoning. The Pacifists knew what to expect there. They were able to find Vegas early. They were able to find Zarek early. Neither of them got into those advantageous positions that they had got into on the first playthrough of that objective, and Pacifists able to take that round. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if Legionnaires can hold their defense, if they've learned, kept track of the Pacifist offense from the last time, or will Pacifists change it up? I mean, that's going to be the big factor here, but looking like they're going to get punished for wanting that same objective, and we'll see exactly what happened, because we are getting into our 6th round now.
Yep, Legionnaires get the defense. Will they be able to hold themselves here, or do Pacifists get their map point? Find out the next 6 minutes as the spawn box opens up and the Legionnaires are let loose to defend this last objective.
Oh, Raider not making that cross. He made it last time. He did not make it this time, and that is going to make it 4 for Legionnaires early.
Yeah, Definitely not what you want to see there. Axis Monday going to pop out a little, lay out a little smoke there to get himself out of the yellow room. He's now pushed himself up the east side. His first attempt will be Kagan here as he exits this tunnel. Oh, but a nice chuck from the grenade, and Kagan manages to get away though. The C4 goes off. Axis escapes with his life, then finds Kagan. Now he's going to be on a push. He's got to be aware of Mahal though. Mahal's going to be that key point. This is the first objective we started with here on this map, and it could go the same way if they're not conscious of where Mahal is.
Yeah, Axis is going to have to deal with Vegas. I can't remember who challenged him the first time. They definitely did not win. I want to say Rexar?
No, it was a trade the first time.
Yeah,
it was a trade the first time.
But Vegas was the one left alive in that trade. So we'll see if that happens
Well,
again. As Axis finds one, Vegas finds the down. He's going to have to come out and confirm.
Oh, but Jamie can't see it, and I don't think anyone else can either. Zarek will find that. Oh, there goes to find frag onto him. Jamie gets re-tagged by Eric. Eric's going to run out, but Pacifist tried to kill Rexar, closing things out here on round 2. Pacifists take the win 4-2 against Legionnaires.
Yeah, there you have it. Punished for their desire to replay a round. Legionnaires not able to take that away from Pacifists, and that is going to do it for round 2. Stick around as we prep and get ready for round 3. Don't go anywhere. We will be back as soon as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our third round of Challenger Cup Group A, the Onward Championships. We now have our third round matchup that we'll be following here on Master League 2, VRAth versus Legionnaires. Legionnaires getting that home Volk advantage as we get into Quarantine, which is map 3 across the board for all teams in this round. Legionnaires just taking their first loss there versus Pacifists in the last cargo round that we were showing here. They're currently 1-1. Pacifists continuing on in 2-0. You can catch the Pacifist versus Horseman game over on Master League 1 if you're interested to see how the, I believe they're both undefeated teams.
Hold on, I will check the board here. Pacifists and Horsemen, yes, both undefeated so far, both with very low point giving games. Pacifists did give away more points though, so I believe that is going to put them a bit ahead. My challenge ranker is not doing very well at the bottom of the rounds. There we go. 5 Horsemen are on top after the first 2 rounds, with Pacifists in second. Legionnaires are pulling up third in the Group A so far, with Lords of War, VRAth, Phantoms, Team, and Virality S13 respectively.
Fantastic stuff. Well, we are into Quarantine. We've got the teams in the lobby, just waiting for them to kick things off. What are your thoughts here? I mean, I'm leaning Legionnaires, but I want to know what you're thinking.
I haven't seen VRAth play in, God, I don't even know if I've been able to cast a VRAth match before. They usually play during the week for me, I think, and it's at like noon our time here on the Pacifics. So I don't know that I've ever seen them play, and I can't recall watching back their VODs, so I really don't know. They're a wild card to me, so question mark is my choice.
Question mark is your choice. All right, round 1 is getting underway. VRAth getting that crater spawn.
If it were a character select screen, I would have just hit random right now.
And it looks like we have got pretty forward defense there by Legionnaires, but nothing too surprising. They've got eyes on Snowbird here in the north. He's taking shots over his shield. Hitman looking for the frag as well. Interested to see.
Zarek really trying to take advantage of that locational push at the north, but he's also got Kagan's help over here as well. And he'll be able to watch as Hitman wraps around the top. He hears Zarek's shots. Oh no, Mahal gonna take down Fury standing on the opposite side of the map, however. But Kagan, he's close now. He's got shots on Hitman. Hitman's stuck in the back. He's boxed into a corner. I'm betting a frag or a flash are gonna come out here. Here comes the grenade. And that's gonna be a frag. That's gonna be good.
That 2-point conversion is gonna be good.
Yeah.
As he
For
just
3.
he goes from downtown.
And now he knows. Now Zarek knows that Snowbird has joined Hitman. It's gonna make his world even tougher. Hitman gonna get the confirmation onto Kagan. Zarek gonna put some return fire shots out. A Snowbird gonna, in fact, waste a frag. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go as far at the right angle. But ooh, Vegas gonna find an interesting flank angle. Ooh, he's getting aggressive now. Legionnaire's gonna try and get aggressive here. PNT, but it's gonna not go quite as he wants. Magiku to find him on the push, but Vegas will still be alive to give callouts.
Oh, and Hitman does find the shot on Zarek. That push by Snowbird distracting him just long enough.
The north is open.
Yeah, the north has fallen.
Oh, and Kagan's gonna lose or Mahal's gonna lose his life too. Way back towards their spawn still. He's got the look into the objective. And I don't think Mahel's going to be able to hide here. It's over. Yeah, there it is.
Ooh, but the trade is key there because that res is not happening.
Oh, wow. And Raider went for the res on Vegas. The objective is technically wide open with no overwatch right now. They have got to double back as fast as they can. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left. There's still a lot of time possibility here for VRAth to do something.
Actually, that res might happen. Snowbird is rotating back with the shield. I wonder if Vegas Oh, Vegas.
They had a two-man up squad. They should have went for the objective. They had a better chance of getting that before getting the revive in time. I mean, obviously they don't know that. I'm sure they don't even have accurate kill count. Well, actually, they should have accurate kill count. All of their kills are shots.
No,
so.
they more or less have accurate, I think. They should know there's 2 left. But they're going to opt for that res, and that's so dangerous with Vegas still watching the angle. Oh, and he pops across
Vegas
there.
Is one shot. Vegas is one shot.
He is, but Hitman not able to hit that one shot as he crosses through. I'm hoping that sort of laggy network was on my side and not on Vegas' side, because he kind of teleported across the wall there.
No, I think it was just a little spectator thing.
All right, spectators.
Magicu calling out Vegas' position on the engine as Snowbird approaches, and Vegas gonna find the pick on the Hitman. He's gonna run himself out into the open, however, and that's not gonna be good. He's going for the res. It's a smarter move. Magicu got the no, but it's not gonna be.
Oh no!
Around in 5-2 on the revive. Legionnaire's gonna take the win. Holy sh! I just want to say it, Noman.
Yeah, holy shnikes.
What? What a round turnaround there.
Yeah, Vegas picking up 4 after the res there. Everybody just playing into his hands as best they could. I mean, it's like they tried to die to Vegas on purpose. But they were able to, squeeze. I mean, again, that res was, I don't know. I would have let that one go. I would have just had him there for call-outs and just push the objective like you said. But I'm sure they didn't know that they were going for that res, you know?
No, he caught him with their pants down accidentally. That's for sure. I think the only way to have gone for that res though safely would have been to pull out your needle, go ahead and get in front of the guy you're gonna res, and have your shield prepped so that way you weren't exposed on the reach. And then you could reach back behind you and get the res on your homie who's gonna pop up behind a shield partially at least, and have a better chance of getting that res off. But again, Vegas just happened to have that lucky rabbit's foot with him again and just turn and find 2 in their most vulnerable of moments.
Yeah, that's pretty choice for Vegas there, but again, it's something about the Challenger Cup that brings that out in the Legionnaires. I don't think we've seen the last of them yet, as they will be most likely going into the final rounds with a victory here, as VRAF will now have to put up or shut up. You know, they're going to have to really get something going on this objective. Yeah. They cannot give Legionnaires 2 points early like this. They need to make them work for it, you know, every round. They got to make them work for it. And Legionnaires do get a different spawn. They will be on the south side. So we'll see how VRAF reacts when that information comes out. But just now,
2 members make it across the street south, and Tom of Poland completely unaware still. I don't think they have any idea of the spawn yet, and here comes Natchom around the corner now, or Hitman. Raider's gonna be there and waiting. He's gonna find Hitman, but now the spawn should be no Tom of Poland. Everybody gonna be checking down south a bit. I can't tell. Are my lasers on, or are they off? Are they on, or are they off? Oh,
I always forget about lasers, you know? One of those things
but it's such a great feature that we've gotten recently. I do love it.
I do as well, but apologies for that. I should have run that on Cargo. Cargo's the map to have lasers for sure, but we got them on now, folks. Don't worry. Don't fret. I'm not reading the Twitch chat, but I imagine there was a lot of L for laser comments in there.
No, it was more about the timing, all the tech difficulties mostly.
Well, you know, I'm glad it wasn't about my lasers, because that would really, that'd be the thing that really, you know, hurt my feelings. That would really hurt my feelings. Oh, and Vegas, take the shot.
Yeah,
you missed it.
Because you second guessed it. Plus, you should have been on single fire.
For that length of a shot. I mean, unless you're running the SA-80, I just don't see why.
Yeah.
How does Vegas? His hands are behind his back. Does he? I'm a little focused on Vegas right now. I'm gonna just.
You have a crush on that guy or something?
I'm gonna dip out. You know what? You go 4-0. I start to like, oh, okay, all right, interesting.
All right, superstar. Let's put you on blast.
Yeah, put you on blast.
Put you on camera. Put you on camera. Lights, camera, action, Vegas. I mean, you live in Vegas. You're definitely familiar with the lights, and shots going to ring out from Raider as he tries to get through the gas station. He's taking fire now. Tomba Poland going to be able to shots, and Raider goes down. Each team now down one member with just under 4 minutes left in the round.
That's a major pick, too. I mean, if they lose Vegas on that south side, because that flank would have been devastating.
Really would have.
Now they gotta find Vegas, and then it's all up to the north. But honestly, if they don't find Vegas soon and refocus in the north, they got a bunch of people coming. They don't even.
That laser from Snowbird just kept dancing right around Vegas. See that Vegas's head is exposed. Oh, will he go for the shots now? He does, but he misses again. Not gonna be good for him now. Oh, yep, and there he is. He's seen by Magic or Furious Daddy. I'm sorry, from VRath, as he retreats back to the south. So VRath getting a lot of intel right now as to one of the remaining 4 members of Legionnaires' positions. However, the north push is moving along.
I mean, they crawled across the street, which was cautious, but of course for casters, as we knew, unnecessary. And now they're taking it real slow to try and take the north, but VRath really not. I mean, no one's looked in the north pretty much since the start of the round. Since those shots went off in the south, they have just assumed that they are all in the south. And this is one of those things that we don't really call out a lot, but this is that game awareness that we've heard teams talk about, consistently. This is the kind of thing that top tier teams have that lower tier teams struggle with, is just being aware that, like, hey man, one of these sides has been totally empty for 4 minutes. Maybe they're not coming from the south. Snowbird, the first one to rotate here, but he misses Zarek on the rotation. Zarek does spot him out.
Oh, and he doesn't continue to double tap. I think he doesn't even realize he hasn't double tapped. There he goes. He does finish it off now. That SA-80, one of my favorite weapons. Another one going to be here on the roof or by the roof side. Magiku sitting on the corner waiting. The laser, you can see it there. Is Zarek going to be running into it, or is he going to find the kill?
Is this mission impossible? He just snuck in right. He just crouched right underneath that laser as if he knew it was there. And Kagan there not spotting Magiku, I don't think. In that
Vegas
spot.
is
Yeah,
over here. He's managed to get by into the gas station.
Gonna have to deal with Furious. Kagan finds Magiku finally on the inside of that courtyard. Now Tom of Poland and Furious, the two left, and Nade going up and over, gonna be a little shy of its target.
Vegas and Furious Daddy over here in a tense situation. Furious now somewhat locked into Vegas's position. Vegas was kind of ready on him. He's now tucked away. I think he's given him time. He's given the time call. Kagan finds Tom of Poland. That's going to be a cap objective open. 1 minute left. Does Kagan have any idea? Yeah, it looks like they are going to be moving on him. Hal going to be coming down the rooftop, but he's going to be seeing that fire. Then the last remaining member of VRath, he's going to take his time, but it doesn't matter. The kill comes out from Hal. Furious Daddy and Legionnaires take their much-needed Marsoc rounds to go 2 up here on round 3 of Group A round robin. Or Challenger Cup, sorry.
There's just so many words.
Weekend.
There's so many very specific words. Round 1, Group 3, Challenger Cup. You lose it at some point. You just kind of lose it. Well, that is going to be the second point for Legionnaires on this map. Vegas not finding any love there. I'm sure he's going to kick himself over those snowbird shots later. But good overall play by the Legionnaires to get those guys across to the north. I mean, taking the north there was just so key.
Smart call. Yep, yeah, it really was. And, you know, we did give him a little bit of crap there for crawling across the street and being cautious. And, of course, you know, as you said, we knew that because we got the eye in the sky. But realistically, it was a good way for them to save their utility as well for that strike at the objective on the last part of the round. So I will actually give them credit for that. It was a bit slower. It took them a little bit longer to get up north. But once they were up there, they actually made some pretty good time. A lot of smart play coming out from them. But cutting it a little close there at the end. The minute timer left. I mean, yes, there's still a lot of room for where you were positioned, but you kind of got lucky with where the defender was in that round. kind of giving you the advantage. Because even if Mahal would have went down, there was still Kagan, I believe it was, in the roof courtyard who could have slid up the wall, got in there, and actually still managed to get the cap on that round. And that would have put Legionnaires up 3-0. So got to be careful with that. But otherwise, still a great attacking play from Legionnaires. Let's hope VRAth can put something on the board here.
Yeah, we will see if that is the case. Ooh, it's one of those times when you sort of guess which camera to start on for the spawn and you nail it.
Yes.
You know, it's so rare. So rare to do that, but nailed it. VRAth getting this northwest spawn. Legionnaires defending the East HQ objective, so we'll see if they can catch any on the cross. They're going to put one up in Motel, so they should have intel on all the folks that crossed into sort of the center complex. There will be one going north. And the shield still out by Snowbird. I mean, it has been somewhat effective. It's been used largely as a distractionary measure so far. No kills coming out as a result of it, but has helped set up a few kills by Hitman, who I am in fact currently following. Wow, Hitman is really just going for it. He's going to run into a real problem here, though, as Eric is laying down in the far back corner there. He looks like he does spot Hitman. He's gonna...
Now? Any time now?
That laser is...
Waiting for an information?
There we go. Hitman going down to those long-range shots. Snowbird might be able to get this res with the shield, but I'm curious. I'm going to stay here because I'm so curious how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, this is the new shield.
Yep, the res coming out. The shots coming from Hitman. Man, use that shield. Good lord. Why are you on the side of the shield?
Why? Stay behind the shield. If he moves, you gotta move, brother.
That is how cover works. Make sure to use the shield that's available to you. But Eric, I think he's kind of just tucked in on that far side. Like,
yeah, that's gonna be a tough shot for them to make. But how gonna find Tom of Poland? Is he on a flank? Where did that shot come from?
No, Mahao is on the northern side. I got him in the north, yeah.
I think he's not showing yet. Oh no, he's showing on my map.
Zarek is sending rounds downrange, but that shield is helping out. This is how this push should have happened in the first place. And now Kagan is gonna give Snowbird a run for his money. I'm pretty sure Hitman just broke something in his actual house. He threw that nade and I heard the breaking sound of glass. So,
uh-oh.
hope your house is okay, Hitman. Everybody be cautious in your play spaces. It's a good...
Yeah. Please be careful.
Yeah, don't hurt yourselves. We don't have insurance.
Onward is a full motion,
yeah.
full tracking, first-person tactical 5v5 shooter. So please be cautious in your play spaces and make sure that you clear those areas well before. And if you don't have a very big play space, use snap turning. Don't punch a window out.
I'm gonna leave this area for just a moment. Although it is fun watching those guys try to push that side. But Furious Daddy here on a real juicy flank, and this could work out really nicely because there's 3 people here that he could find to pick on.
Oh no, this is not the choice though, unless you can place it perfectly.
Jeez. Oh wait. Oh no, I thought that was gonna be it. Well, there it is. Eric finds Hitman. The man without the shield. Mao should be hearing Furious Daddy here, but not
but he gets
soon
the jump.
enough. He gets the jump on him.
He's not going to be ready for Zarek, though. He's going to run out to eventually.
I think Vegas would be the bigger problem, but Vegas unaware of those gunshots. Now Eric is looking for Furious Daddy here.
Oh, yeah, that's a kill
And
all day.
Yeah, that is going to be a kill and a down as Furious Daddy goes down to Zarek's defense. He is still available for callouts, but that is going to leave Snowbird here with the shield. And who is that over there? Majiku at the tow truck says the final 2 members versus Legionnaires 4 up.
Yeah, and a pretty solid defense here from them as well. They still have the one in the southeast as well. Vegas sitting there watching from the ridge line. Kagan now Zarek now gonna push up from his far east position. To something
Zarek under fire as well, taking some shots from Majiku there, and now from the shield as well. Can Snowbird land the shots? I mean, this is like do or die for every shot they take.
Automatically not an optimal range for the pistol as it is. So going for a pistol shot right now, you know, even with the cheaper mechanics, if you will, of like using a laser sight and some night vision to see where you're shooting. Even that, it's still not really the range for it, but Snowbird, not Snowboard, does manage to find the pick on a Zarek. Zarek's going to be able to still provide callouts, so as Snowbird does not clean up his mess and leaves him available. Magiku and Raider are going to trade, though, on the northern side of the street, and now it's just Vegas and Kagan who are actively up.
Yeah, it's really just Kagan that's going to have to deal with this. Snowbird has to get in on... Oh,
But he has to, if he doesn't know Vegas is there, he's dead.
Yeah.
There it is.
He doesn't know Vegas is there, so he's dead. I'm going to change that from a from a future statement to a present statement. That's exactly what happened. Legionnaires take their 3rd point here. I mean, not a bad play by VRAF by any stretch. It's just...
No, they really pulled that one back.
Missing a little bit of the awareness, a little bit of the communication. Like, I'm surprised the 2 downs weren't in positions where they could make some call-outs on rotations and stuff. But overall, a decent play, just not quite enough to unseat the veteran Legionnaires very easily at all. So that is going to put them at 3-0 match point, but they've got a Marsoc round ahead of them, so not exactly an easy win.
Yeah, this could be where VRAF makes their stand. They could pull back a defensive round here, but the only problem is every round from here out is going to be a do or die situation. If they lose anything from henceforth until they either claim victory on the map with a 4-3 comeback, they will be literally against the wall the entire time. Marsoc, Volk, doesn't matter what side, they will have to win each round going forward.
That's right.
And it's going to be tough because Legionnaires have been playing pretty solid. I have a feeling they might be point back here and keep from going 4-0 against Legionnaires, but I don't know. Their attacks just haven't been executing. Right? Like, the setups are good. They managed to claw back on that one, but they didn't end up being able to close it because the last man standing was a shield. The positioning was unknown of Vegas, and he was just exposed. Like, there was no chance in it. I don't know. I feel like they'll be able to get one back here, but from there, it's a pretty big question mark still in my eyes.
Yeah, we will see what happens in this potentially final round. Let's see, can I snap my camera? Oh, pretty close on my camera snap to the Legionnaires. Gotta practice those memorizations, you know? You gotta memorize all the cameras. Legionnaires on the offense, getting the gas station spawn, attacking the same East HQ objective. So the call-outs coming in, one crossing south. Vegas taking some shots. He's out in the middle of the road. What a... Yeah. This guy with his just absolute stones.
Yeah, the massive...
Just
it's almost like the audacity of it, right?
It really does feel like it's almost...
How do you have the audacity to just...
Almost insulting to run down the street like that. Like, can you imagine like playing Globocam and be like, you know what? I'm just going to sprint headlong down the middle of the street at them. And just hoping, like,
remind me of a play the Danglers did once where they charged 5 down that street.
Well,
like
yeah.
Civil War
Of
line.
course, that's funny, but at least that's your whole team. When you're like by yourself rushing an objective, like it's like, what? Man, like you are so confident in your abilities. I like how there's like they're calling an audible.
Yeah.
They're just talking here. I'm just hanging out my camera.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear strats?
Somebody in the motel.
You guys, if the league wants to hear strats, this is it right here.
Oh, Hitman gonna come up over the hilltop and find Mahal, and now that's got Vegas's attention. He's gonna wait. I'm guessing he reacted visually to that.
What is this game even? What were they doing in the tent for a minute and a half? That's what I'm wondering. I'm sorry. I should be better for this, but
different intel, you know.
Well, yeah, I understand the spawn was not known to them, so I get that. But it's just so funny to have them like behind a wall. They sprint out of their spawn, get halfway to the objective.
Like, did they stop
yeah, of
talking?
course. Oh, of course. Yeah, snapped up their guns and everything. But they ran all the way from spawn to the middle, stood there talking, let a teammate die by just sitting there talking, and now they're back at spawn. Like, what even is this game right now? Like, I don't understand
a
What?
total mind game is what it is.
Jeez Louise.
Vegas playing the psychosis
VRAF,
game.
please take this round. You know, just for the sheer sake of what I just watched Legionnaires do. Please take this defensive round. I mean, we've already got the right start. They've got one down, 5v4.
Your V4.
North is clear. Yeah, north is clear.
Good
That's a
stuff.
Good idea. Coming behind rooftop.
Yeah, looks like they've spread the plan to the rest as Raider makes a call out and is informed that they are rotating to the north. So, yeah, it's a viable strategy. Don't.
And I wonder if he was like, but you guys pushed halfway up the south.
You guys,
How'd you go back to the spawn?
if you guys wake up your casters at 7 in the morning, you get snippy casters. Okay, this is what happens.
You get a little ball busting, yeah. A little ball busting.
You
going
guys
on.
are gonna
We
have
haven't
to.
had our beauty sleep.
Yeah, you guys have, you guys earned this. Okay.
You are. Okay, that's a little unfair. They didn't earn it. They asked for it.
No,
They voted
Vegas.
for it, in
Vegas
fact.
earned exactly what I gave him just now. Unbelievable. He knows. I give him ribbings every time I cast Legionnaires.
Vegas can take it. But he's really had some rabbit's feet he's been holding
yeah.
on to today. That play earlier, those play earlier.
That's
with
why I
the
don't feel
smokes
bad.
and
He's not having a bad
walking
day.
away
You
from
know what I mean?
grenades. Yeah,
He's not having a
not at
bad
all.
day by any stretch of the imagination. So, if anyone can take one on the chin,
I tell you what,
it's
man.
gonna be
Eric and his pushes using prone on this map have actually worked out quite well for him. He's already managed to get up almost to the bridge here, undetected by the entire
honestly, he could probably
VRAF
get there.
defense. He could cap it, yeah. With this line, if he manages to just cut across the road right now, prone behind the wall, and then go crouched, well, he might be able to catch Magico on a peek here. Really needs that sentry to look
I think
the
it's
other
really.
way.
I think it's gonna be time. I don't think in 2 minutes
Yeah.
he can make that crawl.
True. But he could get across the road, which would be his biggest point. Because once he can get past that rock defender in the south, or the ridge defender in the south, and the guy who's tucked into what I affectionately call Smoyle's spot, there underneath the that garage in the east side. Ooh, he's got that smoke helping him now. That's a good lay on the smoke, too. It's going to pull the attention of those south defenders, however. So now Zarek's job just got harder. He's going to find Tomapolin on the objective, but now Magicu going to pop out and find the refrag onto Zarek, and that's going to be their closest member of the attacking team down. Now Vegas and his team going to have to pull something out of their butts here. 1 minute left. Will Raider be able to find the pick that he needs here? Kagan going to be taking some shots from way down range. I believe that's going to be Snowbird back there making those picks. Rez coming out from VRAF.
Ooh, Furious Danny does get the res. That's going to put VRAF back up to 5. Legionnaires working with 3. Wouldn't be the first time they come back from a deficit like this. Kagan watching his doorway, but Magicu's going to win that trade.
Yeah, this is looking more and more like a VRAF win. El Vegas trying to pull out his rabbit's foot here with his 2 smokes. He's now dropped the smokes. He's inside on the objective. Furious Daddy sees him. He's going to be making the push downstairs. Vegas is going to wrap around. He's going to go for it. He finds the trade, but doesn't matter. VRAF's going to find their comeback round here, and now we're 3-1 here on Quarantine.
Yeah, great play there by VRAF. Legionnaires just taking a little long, kind of disjointed on that final push. They had the right idea, but not really sort of clicking together in terms of where they peaked and where, watching those refrag angles. VRAF able to do a good job to clean them up, and Magicu with 6 kills, finding, I believe, 3 there. That is going to be the first point that comes up for VRAF in this round. So they are on the board, but they are going to need some luck here on this offensive round, potentially a cap, but I'm sure they'd be happy with just a round win at this point, trying to stay in the series.
Yeah, everything is do or die. Like we said at the start of that last one, they have to win this next one, which is possible because this is a very capable objective if you actually use a little bit of aggression. We've got the tank courtyard objective there at the east burning building. The east burning office. Well, it's burning, but I don't know where from because there's no fire in that building whatsoever. So it must just be the smoldering ashes that we're hearing. But yeah, got the tank courtyard objective. If they manage to get a north spawn or even a south spawn, some good bit of aggression from a 2 or 3 man team in the south or center of the map with a nice north coverage push to try and claim the rooftop could get them a cap and put them right in striking range of a defensive round win and possible comeback against Legionnaires here on this map.
They're gonna need it. They're gonna need it.
They are, in fact, yes.
Well, we will see what they can pull out here as the objective shifts. Is going to be... it is going to be the center wall objective, the center glass, tank courtyard, whatever you want to call it, objective. These teams will be vying for Legionnaires on the defense here. If I remember correctly, they have pretty solid defenses for this objective, so VRAP definitely has their work cut out for them in this next round. And just waiting on the teams to ready up. I think a couple of the matches for round 3 have already completed, so if you're just tuning in here, Legionnaires just losing their first round, not able to sweep the 4-0. VRAP holding a defensive round in that last round, and now are going to be fighting for their chance to potentially equalize, but at least stay in the series here on an offensive round, attacking the center courtyard OBJ. Bear with us for just a moment as we wait for the teams to get into it. Oh, there we go. Just a moment, it has already passed. All right, we are underway.
Yep, and we've got the north spawn here, so VRAF will be able to get to the northern side and check the rooftop first. But they, with the right aggressive, they can still push their way into the center and get themselves tucked into the burning building courtyard area, and the rubble maybe get a couple of picks off in before, you know, the defenders get really set.
What is this defense? They're going 4 north. Look at this. Just sprint, just getting out of there.
I mean, I understand roof control is important, but watching the objective is also very important.
This is roof domination. This isn't roof control.
Domination. Want you to take the points and hold them.
This is poor Vegas. I mean, they're like, hey, Vegas, you're feeling lucky today, right?
Yeah. Step right up and try.
I'm kind of laughing, but it might work out because all the VRAP is stacked up so hard here.
One grenade from Vegas right now could take out 3 of their defenders or their attackers. Smokes are coming out heavy though. Vegas is going to have his work cut out for him, and the Legionnaires are going to have to rotate quite quickly. Ooh, we do see a little
there's
bit
one. Zarek finds one off the rooftop.
The roof.
Grenades coming out, not gonna land on roof. Vegas should be, oh no, he probably won't be able to see Hitman and Furious just yet, but Mayao just finds another. Just like that, 2 are gone for VRAP. And the defense that I found hilarious ends up working
right
exactly as planned. But I mean, VRAP not sending anyone to take the roof was their downfall, more or less. And look at that flank. I mean, I'm just gonna do an overhead map here, but they're in a kill box now. VRAP
they're being wrapped completely, surrounded, and I love they got 2 sentries up on the roof. So even if one goes down, there's still another lethal shooter up there to take him down. And just as I say that, Hitman grabs Zarek from the rooftop, but now he's gonna have to deal with Mahal, who's also up there, but also Vegas finds 2 in the center as they get bunched up, and the only one left is gonna be Tom of Poland, who is literally trapped on all sides by defenders. He can't go anywhere. This is not a good day for Tom of Poland right now.
And Vegas should be dead.
Oh, he manages to find one and escape the rifle of the other.
This could be a cap.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he gets missed again, but
yeah, you can't camp from there.
Nope.
Other side.
He's under fire.
Ah, so close. I kind of wanted it. Wow. I kind of wanted it for, you gotta feel for the guy there.
Yeah, that was such a good attempt from Tom of Poland, and He just makes it by the skin of his teeth each time. My goodness, what a crazy, crazy end to that game.
Yeah, fantastic series. Legionnaires going up 2-1 as they get into their 4th round now. So we will go prep for that. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. More Onward coming at you. 2 more rounds left. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back with round 4 of, I had to think about it, for Group A of the Challenger Cup here on the VR Master League. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us, dealing with all our scheduling, rehosting, tech issues, etc. You know, wouldn't be championship season if you weren't scrambling to do 20 different things. And speaking of 20 different things, we have got 5 Horsemen versus Legionnaires. And I say that because 5 Horsemen is an amalgamation of teams. So that, have they lost yet? I have not actually checked the standings. Has 5 Horsemen taken an L? Because Legionnaires have just...
No, they have not.
Okay, so this is kind of like a good chance for Legionnaires to upset and get themselves a little bit higher on the rankings, as they did knock down the Pacifists. But they, you know, Legionnaires could tie things up if the score goes the right way. We'll see how the overall standings look after this match, because I think after round 4 it should be, if not locked in, pretty close to locked in terms of who will be the Group A winner. But
yeah,
for
that's
now,
right.
for now, we are just waiting on the final members to ready up and get into our 4th map, which is Suburbia. What are your thoughts on these teams on this map, Sleepy?
Well, unlike some of our other matchups that we've just recently had, for example, the Legionnaires versus VRML, these two teams will have had the chance to actually have gone up against one another once, possibly even twice within the Season 8's time frame. So I have a feeling we'll probably see a little bit more studied up play. But then again, with going up against so many teams in 5 different rounds for only one singular map, that's a lot of very specific intel to have to go through. And so I don't know if a lot of teams would really put in that level of research for something like this, or if they would just go in trying to play every map to the best of their abilities and just hope for those victories. At this point, I think it's a dead toss-up, but 5 Horsemen are up so far on the group. Right now, they are in first place. Legionnaires no longer in contention at the moment. They're down into 3rd place in our standings with Pacifists in 2nd. So if Legionnaires get a win here, that would definitely boost them, but Pacifists would also have to lose their game against Phantoms, which, and this will sound a bit harsh, is a bit unlikely.
Sure. I mean,
are playing pretty solid today overall.
We all, you know, you always want to recognize, you know, player contributions and stuff. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, practice teams that have been around longer and have shown their mettle, you know, it shouldn't be a call for the underdog team. Of course, it would be fantastic if they win, but yeah, Pacifists should have a relatively easy time knocking over Phantoms, as they have had a pretty tumultuous season in terms of performance overall. So we will see how that shakes out, but I'm more focused on this game. Yeah, I'm just curious what kind of play we're gonna see. Like, Legionnaires, slow and methodical. 5 Horsemen, we'll call it unpredictable, I suppose, but also kind of slow. Like, not super duper fast. So I'm a little interested how getting them close on this map. I would have liked to see this on Cargo, you know, what that matchup would look like on Cargo. But we will see. The first objective will be probably one of the most frenetic ones, and that is the southeast burning building objective. And without further ado, we don't have to talk about it. We can actually watch it happen in real time as our first round now kicks off. And Legionnaire is going to be on the offense as they push through for this burning objective. We'll see. I mean, I expect to see many, many smokes and many, many rushes.
Many.
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 It's just fun to say. 4 pushing up into this lane, too. Could have been a real juicy nade. Enigma finds 1. Enigma finds 2 as Kagan and Zarek basically just ignore checking their corners. And now Enigma's going to be looking for another, and he finds it. He takes the shots from Raider, but it's not enough to down him. And just like that, Enigma will put Legionnaires on on their heel. Vegas running through. Enigma will find the back of him. Could it be a squad wipe? Mao's the last one left. Will he be able to unseat Enigma here? He should have heard that mag drop. I think he sees him. Sure looks like he sees him. Oh, no squad wipe for Enigma. As Mao does find that kill, but not sure he's going to be able to find the round. He's got a lot of work to do still.
Yes, he sure does.
Let's go ahead and follow along in his first-person view.
Oh, he's just seen Raz go across. As long as he stays quiet, he should be able to get it, but it sounds like Raz has heard him. He's looking the corner. He's going to have to come around firing, and he doesn't.
There it is. Raz will find the final kill, and that will put 5 horsemen up in the first round. A great series of picks by Enigma will get them onto the board early, and Legionnaire is going to have to find a way to shut down the push by 5 horsemen here on offense. Not what I expected, you know, if I had to if I had to say it out loud.
I mean, I just don't know that I would have expected that kind of aggression, I guess, from 5 horsemen on the defense. Like, it's always hard to tell. It's always impossible to tell realistically when is a good time for a more aggressive defense and when is a good time for a more, you know, reserve defense, a more turtle boxed defense. And you know, I think 5 horsemen really made the call well. It worked out for him, and Enigma just going on a 4-man tear across the Legionnaires' offensive lineup was really impressive. Now, luckily for Legionnaires, Mahal was able to hold things off and keep them down. But eventually he did succumb to a little bit of a noise pickup from Raz, and that is all she wrote. But overall, it's definitely against what I expected to see. I can't say that it was what I expected to see from 5 horsemen. Like, I expect them to be strong here in this map. I expect Legionnaires not to be given any points that they receive in this match if they do. But right now, 5 horsemen are looking strong. Legionnaires gonna have to step it up here if they want to stay relevant in this Group A as we head into the final rounds in the next few moments.
Oh, God. When you're moving your camera, when you move your camera and it loads in, it just freaks out.
Yeah.
Good
Sorry
Lord.
for that.
Good Lord. Sorry, guys. A little bit of motion sickness for everybody. All right, Legionnaires looking like they're putting 3 on the right, 2 on the left. 5 horsemen getting that same spawn, obviously. They're sending 3 straight down lane 4, 2 into lane 2. We'll see if we see that same level of aggression. Dr. Sean under fire a little bit from pre-fire. Enigma sending some rounds down as well.
No.
Ooh, that nade, not quite far enough. A little bit higher than expected on that angle. Box Toys gonna be the first one looking for any kind of long range pick here. Oh, the nades keep getting closer. Not close enough, but closer. We are into our second round here.
Oh, that grenade over the backside from Mahal was perfectly placed. And Box Toys is going to go down behind the Humvee in the back. Eric, Dr. Sean will find a pick onto Kagan in the front yard of the building as well as on the push out.
Yeah, Eric's the next one in trouble here. Dr. Sean creeping up. Eric gets a little antsy. He's going to get punished for it. Raz finds another one on the backside as Mahau dies.
Oh, yeah, that's right on the objective.
Yeah, right on the porch. And now Dr. Sean creeping his way up. I wonder if Vegas will peek this. I think Vegas has a sight line right onto Dr. Sean's position.
He should, for sure, but I think Sarah could be the better look. But I think, they trade.
Traded out. So many smokes on the objective. Trading on the backside here. He's going to have to deal with Vegas before he can really do anything. Raider, the only other one left for the Legionnaires. Defense, and Vegas will find Trading on the slow peek out. Going to make it a 2v3. Starting to even out a little bit. I mean, this defense is pretty okay for their situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. I mean, the only positioning I'm seeing kind of out of the ordinary is the one where he caught him on the rotation out in the street, but that's because he rotated. So otherwise, I'd say it's a fairly standard kind of diagonal swath to kind of keep that bottom right corner of the map kind of cut off from the rest. And now the 5 horsemen only working with 3, but they're in some good positioning here. If El Vegas isn't careful, Raz is definitely going to be here on the lane 1 side to put some shots down range into his face hole. And then of course you got Box Toys who's sneaking up on Raider now. Is he capping from there?
No, he can't.
No, he's checking numbers. He should cap. Raider's not even paying attention. Raider's looking at. Raider just shot Vegas in the face. That is the worst thing you could have done.
Of all the people on the map. And then Box Toys will hear the call outs, and that should be a kill and a round 2 for the Horsemen. I can't explain that one away. That was just bad. That was bad play by Raider, and Raider should be punished for that. That was inexcusable. I can't imagine a scenario.
Palming so hard
I
right now.
can't imagine a scenario in which you would think at that stage in the game, with somebody already calling out to you, that there would be an enemy upstairs in your own spawn house. I mean, not that Raz couldn't have technically done it, but good golly.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Well, that's the way she goes, and 5 horsemen will take their first 2 points. Maybe Legionnaires not super strong on that objective. We'll see if they can pull something through, or 5 horsemen will continue their tear through Group A here, shutting down the Legionnaires.
Shutting down everyone they played, apparently.
Yeah.
4-1. Let's see. First round, 5-1. Second round, let's see, where are they? 4-1. Then 4-1. Right now they're 2-0, looking for a 4-0 at the end of this if the Legionnaires don't get their stuff together here. Yeah, they definitely are tearing through this Group A.
Indeed.
Well, I'd say while we're in this little wait here between this round, while the auto start time's in, which is not running for some reason, we should say thank you to both our viewers out there, but also to our sponsors.
Yes, indeed.
VR Cover and ProTube VR, 2 of the probably most necessary accessories, you can buy.
That's a lot of S's, Sleepy. I'm gonna fine you for excessive use of S's. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a reset here, so we will take you back to the scoreboard. And no round will start there. Okay. All right, there's a give up button that you guys can use. There's no need for
So brutal.
no need.
It's a family show.
There's no need for that kind of violence. Well,
Stop the mindless violence.
we're gonna see what happens after the reset. Looks like there was a technical issue of some sort.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Has been an interesting day for games. If you're not aware, if you're just tuning in, this is sort of like the light version of what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got, I believe, 16 or 17 teams now registered, 16 teams registered for the Sunday participation, so there will be quite a few games.
Sunday.
Myself and... actually, just myself, I think, will not be available for casting tomorrow, so it will be in the capable, in the capable hands of Sleepy, Nightfire, and Trip. But do tune in tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun games. There's gonna be there's a lot of great teams playing tomorrow. I'm excited to play against them, but I'm also excited to watch them back afterwards as well. So don't go too far this weekend. Stick around, keep your phone by you, because all kinds of juicy Onward stuff happening. All right, we are into our third round. That's the wrong round. Nope, don't listen to that round. I'm gonna play
Don't listen to that round.
I'm gonna play the round 3 one over the top of the round 2 one because, you know, that's how I do.
It's F the world.
It's very
FTW.
very clean usage of the casting deck there. But Enigma pushed up again. Legionnaires here all in lane 1, basically begging for the nades that usually come flying down lanes 1 and 2.
Begging.
So we'll see if they get what they want here, as Enigma is pushed up the furthest of the defense.
What you want.
Everybody's
But if you try to frag Enigma, you find you just might get not what you need, but a C4 blows up, yeah, baby.
that was just a regular grenade. That was a Marsoc grenade, not going far enough. Excuse me. And
Guys, don't cross streams.
and now it is going to be all up to Vegas and Raider here to spot out Enigma early. I mean, Vegas is kind of just watching down the lane. I don't think he really gives a hoot or a holler about lane 1 right now.
He don't give no hoot nor holler. He's just gonna wait till he gets his dollar.
So we're waiting on someone to get into this little sightline here. It's pretty hard to see, but I'm kind of giving the stream a good view of the bushes.
Ooh, he's a bush boy.
Yeah.
A lot of bush boys in here.
It's like my brother said
Bushy belly boy.
when he first watched me play Onward. He said, "Man watches bush for 3 minutes," because that's what I was doing on Suburbia, just staring into the bushy abyss.
the Bushmal.
Oh, I just accidentally swapped cameras in at the wrong time because Enigma does find somebody on that peak, though, Zarek.
Yeah,
Still
Vegas
available
gonna be
for the
trying to get
res.
re-peek through the bushes. Vegas does. Well, they do manage to get the refrag early, and they can pick Zarek back up. So 4 minutes in, they've only really lost half of Zarek. He's now going to be one shot for the rest of the round.
Enigma's gonna be upset about that one for sure. So many rounds into that body and only a down. Always downing, never killing. Am I right? You know, hashtag Onward League play.
Yeah.
On my team, that's just called pulling a Nomen. I'm all about those not double tapping bodies.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
5 horsemen.
looking for
Yeah.
Traden here. This is gonna be the key pick. It's gonna be it's hard. It's so, especially from that low angle.
Yeah.
It's a tough peak to make.
But if he was any higher up, Traden would have had him dead to rights as he exited the bush. So it's a smart play. It's just, it's a tough background to even see Traden on in the first place, right? Like, it's a dark bush behind him, and he's in dark clothing.
The angle is here. Who's gonna find it? Traden should be seeing the legs of Zarek.
You'll see the legs first. Yep.
That is the kill that they needed in order to equalize this round.
Ooh, but Traden's giving bad intel with his -2 to his teammates, because technically one of those is still alive. But he's crawling right into the fate of his friendly cohort. But Vegas is not going to be the one to go down. He finds Traden on the objective now. Boxboy's going to have to rotate over to cover.
Traden's like, I'm holding a tight angle. Vegas is like, hold my beer. I got your tight angle right here, buddy. I'm gonna just get in. I'm gonna get in real close on this cat. Look at this. Look at
Get
this.
all up in there. Boxtoy's out of tight.
Yeah.
Boxtoy's is about to say, but hold my beer though. Vegas smart though. He's not coming out from behind that tire. He's like, this tire is my home. It is my shelter and my friend. It will protect me in the gravest of dangers.
Yeah, Box Toys has to be careful. I mean, if Vegas just moves like, 6 inches to the left and looks, 6 feet to the right, it's all over for Box Toys if he peeks. The shot's now ringing out onto Raider and Kagan's position as they are pushing up that lane too, and it does work out.
Oh,
Raider finds
Vegas
Rest.
almost sees Box.
Box is now trapped behind this white car. He's gonna have to deal with Kagan unless...
Oh, the wrong time to stand up. Kagan finds Dr. Sean as well as Boxtoy's on the objective now. He's got 4 members of Legionnaires essentially roping in around him.
Crouchy Crawly boys getting their win in this round. Boxtoy's gonna be boxed in by the Legionnaires offense.
Some good smokes too. Vegas will find the shots. He'll find the kill. He'll find the point for Legionnaires as they claw one back on Marsoc here on Suburbia.
Yeah, that was exactly what the Legionnaires needed to do. That patient play. That's kind of what I expected in that first round. I mean, I know I said I expected to see a rush, but I was kind of hoping I was wrong because Legionnaires really excel when they take their time to get things done like that. In Vegas, with 4 kills on the series so far, holding it up for the Legionnaire side. Okay, now we've got ourselves a series here, folks. Legionnaires now getting the defense on that same objective.
Will 5 Horsemen have something to answer back with? They've been doing pretty well so far. I mean, their last Marsoc round, they were able to successfully convert to...
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting play, that's for sure. I'm sure it'll be faster than the Legionnaires. But will it be equally as effective?
True that, true that. I don't know, it seems like they've been doing all right today. But this is the first time they've gone up against Legionnaires. But the Legionnaires have been kind of having a day. I mean, they've only lost 1. It's not like they're ridiculously behind or anything. They're technically, I would say, oh no, they've got 1 tiebreaker over. Pacifist is winning because they lost to their 1 loss is to Pacifist.
Right, right.
So, unfortunately for them, that's going to hold them back. But if they can get the win here and Pacifist don't, which again isn't likely, unfortunately, in their matchup, but they could stay alive in this thing, and Horsemen could take a bit of a tumble.
We'll see how 5 Horsemen decide to approach this objective. They start off with with a 3-2. Here we go. 5 Horsemen underway. Okay. I think that's just about enough of that.
Just giving them all the horsey sound bites they need
Sure.
for their propaganda. For their horseman propaganda. The horseman ganda.
The Horseman Ganda, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for getting that one for me. Not even leaving scraps for me with your sweet puns. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm over here just feeding off the crumbs of your sick puns.
You're like the algae eater, and I'm in my aquarium. You just get all the shit off the inside of them.
Fantastic stuff. All right, I lied. 5 Horsemen going to be taking their time. Not a lot of speed coming out early. They're getting set up. They're throwing their smokes in. They're not bad smokes.
Actually, that's a well-placed smoke.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The lay on it's kind of okay. But
I mean, it's random, but yes.
Yeah, it's not his fault, so I'm not going to really ding him for it.
Yeah, it's
got the placements right on
100% random. So this is like loot box level RNG type randomized.
Ooh, that one that hits the back fence gets the perfect bounce off, and it just blinds that back corner of the back building for Vegas. That's actually a really good one. The lane 4 push is totally possible right now, but they've got to move on these smokes. That's one thing I see about teams that starts to frustrate me. It's like they toss some of these beautiful smokes sometimes, and then they don't act on it before they fade away. And so we're kind of seeing that now as some of the smokes from the 5 Horsemen start to fade out here as they finally make their cross. Vegas is on the backside watching, but Traden's made it to the red car. Who's going to see who first? Unfortunately, the lasers don't seem to penetrate the bushes.
It's gotta be
Zarek will find 2.
It's gotta be Traden. Wow.
C4. Oh my goodness. That's not going to be good for 5 Horsemen. They're going to have to go for those res.
Traden's gonna go down as soon as he peeks this wall. Vegas is staring out these bushes. Oh, is he not looking down that? Why would you be in those bushes?
Yeah, he's watching the lane 3 side. Enigma's gone.
No. He's watching lane 4. He's just watching the inside of red car instead of the outside. He didn't catch him crossing. Yeah,
but okay.
No, he's tunnel visioned in. Because it's so hard with the bushes. I mean, you don't get periphery, you know?
It is, but I mean, I feel like you would at least see pixels in the bushes on your perimeter.
No, because
No,
it's
no, yeah, I
like
see.
straight on. The only because the
Yeah,
textures
it
are
is.
mirrored on both sides, so you can only see when you're looking dead on into the bush. It's very hard to catch angles. So Vegas will get snuck up on here, and Raider will have to clean up, or Kagan will have to clean up, because Vegas
Question is, oh, never mind. It answers my question. I was
he
gonna
can
say,
knife
will
him.
Train
I hope
see
he
me?
knifes him because that's no, he shoots. Okay, would have been a beautiful knife.
Prime
right there.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
To stay
But
silent, to be able to sneak up on Kagan as well, although
if
Kagan's
anything, go pull out your pistol and then take the knife.
Yeah.
So that way, in case he turns around, you can still drop him. But you at least tried to go for the ninja move, because right now I don't think anyone would have known that Drayden was even back here.
Yeah.
And he knifed Vegas. And
Oh
that
yeah,
would have been
Vegas
perfect.
didn't have the call out or anything, so obviously he would have just walked right up, and that could have been a key way to surprise Kagan. Now it's going to rely on Box Toys here winning this trade with Raider, but Raider's going to get the peek first. Oh, but he misses the shots. Box Toys now aware he's going to peek this bush, should find an easy kill onto Raider, and there it is.
The north is crumbling. The backside of the house is crumbling.
Yeah, it's so rare to see this
Oh,
defense
Zarek's
fall apart from the
Out there
spawn.
might be his downfall too. Box Toys could see the angle on it if Kagan doesn't catch him first. They're finally able to get Dr. Sean up over there. I think it was a matter of searching through his inventory to find his needle. But half of the team is still about one hit because they have gone down to that C4. Oh, but they find Kagan on a double tap.
Yeah,
Zarek.
that was the life-saving pick there, because Box Toys was going to die.
Zarek is probably not far behind. Mahal does find Dr. Sean, though, and there's Zarek with a nick. Raz will find Mahal on the objective, and now it's up to Trayden, who will come around the backside of Zarek, and that's going to be it. 5 horsemen take round number 4, and they go up 3-1 on the map.
Yeah, they're going on to defense. They're getting what sounds like the red car objective, so it's going to be a pretty good opportunity for them to hold a similar defense to what they held earlier. Although, on the north side, Legionnaires did take that Marsoc round, so who knows? That's the fun as we're getting into our 4th round here shortly.
Well, it's do or die from this point forward for Legionnaires. Horsemen on their match point. This will be the end of round 4 for them if they can secure this defensive win. They've done pretty well so far in that, so I'm not expecting any sort of shakeup necessarily, but who knows, Legionnaires could have been waiting for this one. Maybe they have some secret undefeatable attack plan for this objective, but otherwise it's usually a tough one, at least to get the cap for. Maybe not so much to get the kills on, but there's a lot of back-looking watch angles that defenders like to use, and getting the advantage or getting the drop on those guys can be a bit of a challenge. So you got to watch the crossfire looks. That's going to be your biggest hurdle when trying to attack. But otherwise, we've seen some pretty successful cap attempts, a lot of sneak attempts. With the right smoke, Vegas might be able to walk it up with his 2-smoke rabbit's foot. That's the word I was looking for.
Nice. Got there in the end. That's all that matters.
But yeah, so five horsemen looking to sit back on their heels. I'm sure they might take a rester. But otherwise, Legionnaires have their work cut out for them going forward in this matchup.
I would imagine we're going to see an Enigma push followed by a pretty tucked in rest of the defense. I mean, if history serves. A little bit of the horseman call outs there. Very excited, as they should be, doing well in this Group A.
Ooh, and it sounds like somebody started Scoobying as the round goes. Legion getting a little bit angry, deciding to resort to some more interesting tactics. But though I must say I haven't seen more of that so far in this Group A on this round. I mean, I don't know, of course, how the other maps went, if people were using it more often on those maps, but surprised at how little it was used here until just now.
Yeah, very true. definitely unexpected. All right. Is Eric going to be pushing here into lane 4? He's going to have to find 2. Yeah, it wasn't exactly correct. Enigma did not push up as far, but he is the only one not on the street. So you know what? Close enough. I'm going to give myself the point on that one. I'm just going to...
There it is.
I'm just going to say I that's a birdie. You know, just gonna put that down as a -2 for that hole. So, yeah.
So add 3 to his score, and that's his real score.
Exactly.
So it's really bogey.
Yeah.
The
Raider.
shots are
Ooh, finding those shots onto box
gonna-
toys.
It's gonna help Vegas out a lot, in fact, because the only other looker in that direction is Traden holding a porch angle. So if Vegas even goes crouched, he could sneak right under Traden's angle, but he will still have to cross the street, which Traden does have clear vision of.
And we're starting to see a little bit of smoke come out on lane 2 here, and this is a good sort of distractionary opportunity. Raz will find Zarek in lane 3. Enigma finds Kagan in lane 4, and just like that, Legionnaires down 2. Horsemen down just 1. Zarek is revivable. And mostly in smoke, I guess. Kind of. Enough in smoke that Raz can't confirm him, so.
Lane 2. That's where I was at last time.
Traden should be hearing that call out. But he is going to stay tucked in, and it looks like Vegas and Mao just made it across the street, and Dr. Sean and Enigma will, in tandem, clean up the back of lane 3, leaving just the 2 Legionnaires who made it across into the spawn. Mao finds 1, Traden going down. Raz just realizing someone's close. Is Mao going to spot him out? Is Raz going to spot Mao? What? They're behind 1 bush from each other. They can't see each other through that 1 bush. Raz finds 1. Mao finds the refrag, and now it's going to be up to Dr. Sean on this long peek. He should be able to spot him out. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe that bush is a little too tall. That bush is a little too tall.
That bush is
Oh, there it is. It's not tall enough, and 4 horsemen will ride their way into another victory here in round 4.
Damn, Dr. Sean is happy.
And Enigma carrying that team to a victory in that round. So we will go ahead and get set up for our final round, but I believe our cup is already decided. We will get back to you with the information on that as soon as possible, but don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into it quickly here. I've got to set everything up, but we are good. Bazaar is the map. Legionnaires and Phantoms, as you saw on your screen, are the teams. Oh boy, I should probably actually set the correct values for this.
Phantoms are on the attack.
They sure are, and we are off and running. So, just so everybody in the cast knows, 4 horsemen will be the
5 horsemen.
however many horsemen. The
5 horseman.
The adequate number of horsemen will be will be the ones that are advancing for Group A, as the point difference is massive, massive enough that even
it's like 2 map wins realistically.
it's 2 whole round
Yeah.
wins, and it's I believe in order for there to be even sort of a whiff of an upset, 5 horsemen would have to go 0-5, meaning lose 5 points, and Pacifist, the team currently in second place, would have to go 5-0, and I think they're still a point short.
Yeah, because pacifists have, I believe, already lost
Yeah,
to
correct.
the 5 horsemen. It wouldn't matter because the tie-breaking point would go to the 5 horsemen anyway.
Yes. So congratulations to the
To the 5 horsemen.
the medium number of horsemens.
The average number of horsemen.
For their win of the Group A Challenger Cup, but their path is not over. They have got tomorrow's sort of I'm gonna call it like the below rank 8 cheesecloth filtering of some of the best teams in the league left to decide who they're going to have to fight in order to get that coveted 8th spot in the quarterfinals, or the round robins as we call them here. So they are by no means past the hard part, but they have won the day, it seems. And so we are just bringing you just a little bit of onward action. You know, don't want to leave you guys hanging. Don't want to make the rounds, you know, for no reason. Sat Brannigan taking a couple of shots there. Yeah, he's feeling those. He's feeling those bullets. That peek was a good peek, honestly. I'm kind of surprised Kagan was holding an angle that sort of that specific, but a very good peek by him. It's gonna put Phantoms on the back foot here. It is worth noting Phantoms did take Pacifists in their last round, 4-2. In the upset, so as casters, we have to admit when we're eating our words, Phantoms put up a great fight there, and congratulations to them for taking that win. And no small feat. Pacifists rank 8 is their final rank in the season, so not a small win, and that's the kind of stuff that can happen in Challenger Cup. It's all kinds of teams playing against all kinds of other teams. Ranking doesn't matter. It's all just about the skill that you bring to the table that day.
Yeah, and you know, Challenger Cup and the tournament series is a bit different. It's not until the end when we get in our semis and playing a standardized league match sort of situation. Like right now, every round is important. Every map is important. It's not like you can say get 2 map wins and then sit back on the 3rd map and cool your heels. No, literally every time you get into a lobby and play the next round, you have to be on point. There is no exception. Every map, every round matters, and the 5 horsemen did today, and that's why they're sitting at 5-0 for their round wins, and have a nice 2-point cushion over the next team, which I believe was Pacifist.
Yeah, it's Pacifist. So Nuclear here.
Oh, it's actually Phantoms after that win.
Oh, Phantom's taking that 2nd spot. Yeah, so Pacifist out of the running pretty much entirely here, and depending on Phantom's performance, likely will not even place 3rd. So starting off so strong and just not able to close it out.
DMT's right there. He's going to get the kill and come out for the double tap. The objective is still safe. Phantom still with 4 up, however. Minute 44 left on the clock. They've got a lot of motion to push. DMT's right on top of the objective, but will he be seen by what appears to be Oscar Alvarez's look? The grenade's going to come out, but it looks like too hard. Comes up over the top, and now DMT's lane has been completely smoked out. Phantom's becoming ghosts here as Mahal finds one on Sat Brannigan.
That was a nice little peek through smoke there, and DMT rotating again after every kill. Zarek finds another on Shake. coming through the north, and that's going to leave Legionnaires with 4 up, only 2 left.
Here's Oscar Alvarez on the push. He's going to run right into DMT. They do get the trade.
Now,
Oscar Alvarez does go down in the end. Prey is up by himself. Now will he catch Zarek or Raider running around the corner? Oh, he's got his shield. It's not going to be good for him. He's got 2 up. He does manage to take down DMT, but now he's got under the pressure. Here comes the pincer. Mahal's going to be coming through the back room. Prey's going to have to hold himself together here. He knows he's all by himself now. He's safe inside, but he's going to run around too quickly.
He wanted that knife.
Their first round on defense.
Legionnaires holding it out, leaving 3 up at the end there. They will take that first round. Oh, it is not a TBD map. I swear I picked it. There we go. Star is out. There we go. Scores are correct. Legionnaires will take that first round here in this Group A stage.
Yeah, excellent play there from Phantoms. Unfortunately, Legionnaires, as they've been doing all day, kind of set up in that turtle defense, just ready to box up on top of the objective and watch those tight angles. But it almost worked. They almost slipped through a couple of times there, but luckily the Legionnaires defense, they were on point. They were watching those angles very solidly, very sharply, not letting anything squeeze through, really.
Yeah, I like DMT's rotations as well. After every pick, he'd change his position, make sure in case he was called out or the gunfire gave him away. He was in a different spot every time. It's very smart heads-up play to make. Should be getting into our second round here at any moment. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us for a couple hours. It's taken to run this. We appreciate you there, and we also appreciate our sponsor, ProTube Cover. ProTube VR and VR Cover.
ProTube Cover.
ProTube Cover VR. The new company they just formed. No, our 2 sponsors are fantastic.
VR Company A
yeah.
and VR Company
I mean,
B.
just check out their stuff. You know, if you want to see their names, they're right there. You can see them on the screen. That's our sponsors.
That's them.
That is them, and Legionnaires are off and running here in round 2.
Yes. Legionnaires not taking it to waste any time. They're taking that push and shoving it right down the Phantom's throat as they rush up hard into the southwestern portion of the main marketplace. DMT should be the first person to find any action here as he rides up onto...
He does spot one out. He kind of... Shake just kind of drops to the ground. I wonder if he got... Do you think he got the kill?
He might.
I'm curious. I don't know. He said something. I wasn't paying attention to what he said. But he should be able to see him as he peeks up again. Oh, and the trade comes out. Headshot for headshot. We'll take both of those out. Now it's a 4v4 Nuclear on this corner. Zarek just needs to move 3 feet. And he will die. Nuclear needs to just keep holding the angle. He'll win the trade. He's ready, and there it is. Nuclear will find that kill, and that's going to leave Legionnaires with just 3 up, 2 coming in the south. Mao here coming in through the northwest courtyard. Nuclear just holding the angle, waiting for it. Mao can play this just right. He doesn't have to move very quickly. Can take his time. They got 4 minutes left. Probably won't peek this window. But if he does, he might have a good shot onto Nuclear's arm. If that is the case... Ooh, Nuclear might check this at the right time. Mile on the backside, almost sneaking by, but no dice. Phantoms will find another pick. And that's just going to leave the two here in the south on their approach.
No. They don't know we're here. Hang on. Don't throw smoke. I'm gonna find them. Let me find the guy.
Yeah, and there's the correct call out there. They don't know they're here just yet. Want to stay hidden in the south as much as possible. Prey the only one really that they're going to have to deal with before they make their push in. We will see if he is able to do it. Take a bit of a higher angle view here of Raiders' approach.
Can you listen, Kagan? Can you pop? Do you want to pop some smoke? Come back around and take
A little bit of communication there from Raider, just talking about a sort of a smoke redirect
Okay, can you
play.
pop some smoke in the middle? Oh, you don't have any. All right, I'm gonna throw some
I mean,
smoke.
Phantoms have really kind of locked this down, just like Legionnaires did in our round, haven't they, Noman?
They sure have, yeah. It has been a pretty solid series, round for Phantoms so far. They've got, ooh, look at that guess on that grenade. Jeez, Raider. Oh man, what a lucky. That would have been Nuclear's third pick had he picked up that nade kill, but now they have to deal with Kagan on the north as he's rotated all the way out and around.
Yeah, he's going to be right in Sat Brannigan's line of sight, though. This should be a kill. I think Sat Brannigan saw him. Yeah, he's going to find a new angle and find the kill onto Kagan. That's just going to leave Raider as the last man up here in the southwest by the white car. Nuclear's got eyes all over him if he just manages to pop up like that again. Oh, is he going to take the shot through the crate? Oh my gosh, that's a tight angle.
Looks
That's
like
an El Vegas level angle right
it's
there.
not penetrable, it doesn't look like.
Doesn't seem that way.
But a good check nonetheless. As we go, let's immerse ourselves fully in Raider's view here. No overlay, no nothing, as he looks to hold this offensive
minute
round
20.
for Legionnaires. Ooh, he does find one.
Ooh. Love how we both went, ooh, as he picks up Nuclear. But yeah, great play from him relocating just a bit.
Gonna have to deal with that mini market. He might not be ready for it. I'm surprised he's not looking in that direction. This would be the first place to peek. Ooh, and he's gonna get spotted out there. Oh, but no shots come out.
Will he though?
Unreal. Unreal.
Will he? Are you sure, Noman?
I mean, he might be getting snuck up on. We don't know. That's the tension we're building here with this first-person view. We're getting a real feel for exactly how Raider feels in this scenario. Smoke's coming out.
Raider. I would just drop that drum out of the. Oh, never mind. I thought he took that AK-5C off the ground, but instead he did not. He took the SA-80. I would have just dropped the mag out of the SA-80 and threw it in the AK-5C. That's what you were doing.
Ooh, crosses in, makes the cross, but he was spotted out. The shots ring out. He does win the trade. Another one will be peeking that corner, though.
This cross, yeah, that cross isn't going to happen. Sat Brannigan been paying attention to fine details so far in the round, and Phantoms take their round win and tie things up 1-1 here on the last and final round of the day.
Yeah, tight series nonetheless. I mean, once you get into these, you know, these final rounds, the matchups balance out a little bit. So Legionnaires and Phantoms duking it out for that. It's going to most likely be the second place spot that they're fighting for here.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, I'm pretty sure Phantoms have locked in second place.
Oh, have they? Okay.
Well, no, I guess Pacifist could... No. Unless Pacifists lose here. Or unless Phantoms lose here and Pacifist wins. That puts them in a tiebreaker scenario, which I think Pacifists would actually lose because Phantoms beat them. So yeah, Phantoms have pretty much secured second place at this point.
sadly, there is no prize for second place
Yeah,
in this
no,
Challenger Cup.
in
We're a
this
little
stage,
too
no.
low. Yeah, we're a little too low in the championship sort of scene to award anything for second place here. But it is still sort of like a final huzzah. Even if you land low on the roster, or I'm sorry, the season standings overall, you can still place a little bit higher in the Challenger Cup and give you a good idea of how you'll perform perhaps next season. So not a bad situation.
It also gives you a chance to see how your team stacks up against maybe some of your nearest competitors in the opposite arena, like NA for EU and EU for NA and so on. It gives you a chance to see how those particular teams play, you know, some of the most popular maps within a regular season. So kind of know and maybe even take some advice from some of those other teams and implement it into your own play.
Yeah, that is a good learning opportunity for sure. I know that Blaze learned a lot from their Challenger Cup playthroughs, so I'm sure other teams feel the same way. But Phantoms here getting ready to make their offensive push onto the center street objective, the Humvee objective. Nice little setup by Phantoms, 2-1-2 as they go 2 west, 1 center, 2 east. I like this pinch. We'll just see if their shots land. To make the cross, likely we're spotted. There was one watching that tight angle, but they do make it across down to the southeast side, and now we are left with let's see here, who's left. We've got Shake taking a few shots out towards some common positions, a little bit of pre-fire on his side. Yep, just pre-fire in the windows, making sure all is well.
Or all is not well for the opposite team.
Yeah, that is very true. We'll just snap ourselves here to near objective as Prey and Sat Brannigan start pushing in on this courtyard. Just checking tablet as they go. The defense pretty heavily stacked. I mean, they don't want to cap. That's the last thing they last thing they need right now is a little bit of a cappy cap happening on their side.
Well, I think that's how Phantoms actually won their match versus Pacifists. I'm pretty sure they capped on them in a 2v2 scenario.
Interesting.
So yeah, Legionnaires definitely do not want that if Phantoms get what they want.
Smoke's now starting to come out. The callouts came in. A couple of them good, 1 or 2 of them not so good. One lands on the roof. Shots from Kagan. Shots from Nuclear coming out into that objective building. Raider will find Prey.
Yeah, Nuclear aware. He's trying to see if he can catch one slipping out the front door there, but no effect. Raider just going to hold his ground. DMT on the back. Watch Mahal also in there to back up. Inig or Kagan and Zarek on the backside. It's a pretty well-guarded defensive play from Legionnaires here. They've got just about all points of entry covered. But it seems like Kagan and Zarek might be a bit distracted right now. Shake finds a nice pick on a DMT in the crosswatch into the blue room garage.
Callouts do come out.
Finds Raider. Here comes Zarek on the refract. Zarek does grab the
Whiskey down at objective.
And now it's a 3v3 here. 2 minutes left. Phantom's actually not looking to be in a bad position. If they can take down Zarek and Kagan, they can really do some damage here against Mahal out on the objective if they time their movements just right.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. They've got to find these long shots, though. I mean, Legionnaires' defense just keeps peeking those windows. It's super dangerous to do so. And I'm surprised to see them doing it so often, but they're feeling confident in those trades. But if that west side makes enough noise, it could provide the opportunity for Sat Brannigan to sort of pinch them on the back side, because there's really not a lot of defense on that east side, you know? Even just that friendly C4 seemed to distract Derek long enough. But Kagan now watching this inside angle. Will he be able to spawn out Shake where he is? He absolutely will.
One guy down.
That is a 2v3.
When Sat Brannigan's shots, they're going to reveal his location. Put Kagan and Zarek both on point. Maybe even Mahal from the objective building, but he's getting a little risky there. Peeking that front door.
Oh, and the shots from Oscar. Not quite enough trigger discipline there as Kagan sends a few shots his way as well. And now he is going to have a heck of a time here. But this distraction is great. I mean, this is what they need. Sat Brannigan needs to capitalize on it.
Yeah, not enough time though. 30 seconds on the clock. Sat Brannigan's got to start moving if he wants to do something. Shots ringing out from Oscar again. Here comes some smokes, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think the Phantoms are going to run out of time here, but we'll see what happens. Oscar finds Mahal, but Kagan's going to pick up Oscar on the refrag. It's all up to Sat Brannigan. 13 seconds left. He's going to have to find a double here in these last 10 seconds, or else nothing is going to matter. And the Legionnaires will take another one. Here they go. They're both rushing out. He's going to find one. He does find two. He finds two with no time left on the clock. Phantoms take the round and go up 2-1.
Little dance there. Well warranted on that surprising rush to check the objective building. I get it. I just don't know that both of them needed to go. And that cost them that round. Phantoms go up 2-1. And what a fun round that was.
How many times today are Phantoms going to make me eat my words?
Yeah, I know. Over and over and over again. You're probably chock full at this point of words.
My own flavored.
Yeah. How does that medicine taste, Sleepy? Your
My
own
own
flavored? So funny. Well, that is
So unbelievable.
I don't really know what to say to that. That was a great stroke of luck, I guess. I don't really know.
Honestly, I think that's what it boils down to for Sat Brannigan. It's that, let's be real, by every sense of that movement was way too late, way too little. But he just, Onward gods are smiling on the Phantoms today.
Yeah.
Both members of Legionnaires just casually run out, sprint over to the objective out in the open.
Just real cash about the whole situation.
And yeah, it works out for Phantoms and they take the lead on the map.
Fantastic stuff, and we are getting underway here for our next round. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, Phantoms on the defense, looking to build a lead against the Legionnaires here.
Ooh, shots ringing out early from the Legionnaires. DMT, to be specific, onto Sat Brannigan's location. Mahal actually going to find both.
Oh, jeez,
And
Louise.
Sat Brannigan here early in the round. That's going to be a good look for Legionnaires as they try and take back their Marsoc round after having one taken from them
Team
in
Echo.
our last one.
Kagan's peak here looks good. Miles sending a few rounds down towards the dead body, making sure it's as dead as a doornail. And that it is, in fact, because Phantom's down to 3.
A doornail or a doorknob?
I think they're both technically dead. Or
That's
not
a good point.
alive.
Not alive.
Not
thereby
alive.
being dead.
Not alive to start with. Unanimated. Inanimate.
Inanimate.
Yeah.
Inanimate.
And a cinnamon.
Synonymity.
This is what happens when I don't get any sleep, guys. Okay? Words are funny. Words get real funny. Smokes coming out from the Legionnaires are fairly solid. Oscar, pretty blind. I mean, he could probably...
I mean, they're walking 3
Yeah.
smokes across the street like little smoke snakes.
Yeah, that's... I mean, that should look suspicious. But Oscar not holding the angle long enough to...
The problem is you
catch
just can't tell like where
Yeah.
they are in relativity to the smoke. You really have to be paying attention to guess right.
Well, it depends. I mean, like right there, they were not smoking their own back. So like as
Right.
the smoke cleared, you can really clearly tell that it was moving. But right there, smoke cleared up, and Oscar not watching this inside is gonna catch Mao in the end. That's gonna be one for them. But Kagan
Fake on the backside.
will quickly find another.
You might find Prey too if Prey goes over to look for his buddy's body. Ooh, Oscar Alvarez turns around and finds DMT. Now they're in a more favorable 2v3, but he's gonna need to find Raider here as Raider comes pretty soon. And it seems like Oscar might be distracted with Kagan's position instead. Oscar,
He is just I don't know, weathered on all sides. I mean, he's just got like all kinds of offense to deal with. I mean, he's tucked
Raider
into the
might
right
actually
corner.
Take out Kagan here. Raider's looking in the back building. I think he thinks that's a defender. Oh, luckily for Raider, the gun goes off first.
Oh, Raider pops down. Oscar's in trouble here, and the trade comes out. Headshot for headshot.
Lucky for him, not so lucky for Prey, as he's gonna have to push for the objective. And as he does, Zarek at his back takes him down and gets Legionnaires their Marsoc point to tie things up here on the map.
That is, in fact, what happened. Legionnaires tying things up nicely here in our 5th round. I would say not for nothing, but it is for technically nothing.
Technically nothing. Pride,
but
I guess.
For pride. Pride is
Yeah.
not nothing, I suppose. I have to be, as a caster, bummed out as my prediction did not pan out. Legionnaires have failed me for the last time. Did not go through this time around, but you know what? Sometimes other teams just get a better shake. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm excited for the conclusion of tomorrow, and also obviously for the actual Challenger Cup final, which will be played and scheduled sometime starting Monday through Friday. Will have to be played by the 2 teams that take both of these group stages. And then we will have our locked-in 8th place round robin contender, which will be taking place next weekend.
And that's where things will really start to heat up as we get into basically our top 7 teams plus the winner of that group, the Challenger Cup final. Man, things will start to get intense in that stage as teams start to shake each other out of the tree in the hopes of that VRML Season 8 crown. On
Yes.
November 24th and 5th.
Something like that. Sounds relatively accurate.
23rd and 24th. 24th, 25th would be Sunday, Monday. Anyways, we're into the next one. Legionnaires or Phantoms are actually going to get the fast spawn for the Eastern Market objective. Will they utilize it? Will they squander it? Will they take their time?
Looks like they're gonna try and get south. Get real south real fast. No rush here. As Prey and Sat Brannigan will make their way to the north here. Prey calling out the position of Raider. He does have him dialed in pretty good. Calling him out in the market. Yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish. What about it? And Raider is going to have to deal with Prey here in not too long. Going to have to be careful on these peaks. Likely will spot the shield out as it is, just kind of marching down the street. Oh, actually, he'll just miss it. Oh, but Sam Brannigan better not sprint into this Open area Raider watching it like a hawk. He does spot the head and takes the shot.
Whiskey north wall, whiskey north wall.
Finds the kill.
Yeah, Prey, aware that his teammate has gone down now.
I love that the Legionnaires call out for downs as whiskey, but all I can think of is hot rod. when that's his safe word.
Ooh, the grenade. Prey could be good, but Raider gonna gracefully walk away from it as it was not cooked for long enough. It's just a little underdone, Prey.
Whiskey! Whiskey! Hear them yelling it. Oh, that nade is pretty decent. But the shield does block it in the end. There it is. Call-outs coming out for Raiders' position as well. More confirmed. Praise just... I like this. I like this march of Raider looking for that elbow. He's thirsty
man,
for the
yeah.
elbow.
Well, Prey is kind of almost going to give it to him if he keeps checking, because his head turn is going to give his body a little bit of rotational turn as well. Raider's chasing it down. Is it going to work for him? No, it doesn't. Prey going to fall. Raider's greed getting in the way. Prey managing to come out on top there as we enter a 4v4 now with 3 minutes 40 seconds left on the clock.
There you have it, sports fans. Oh, you're going to want your pistol there. A pistol at least, if not that pistol. No, that's Makarov. You don't want the Makarov. Not a great pistol for that.
Not the job you want to do with that gun.
Oh,
Anyways,
and that nade with that bounce. Oh, I barely caught the tail end of it, but Nuclear does find the kill there. Now DMT is going to be forced to have to watch the inside and the backside of Blue Room as well, and he's going to be seeing ghosts pretty soon because the Phantoms are pushing through on that southeast side. Pickup on that nade was very key for the Phantoms offense. Prey has gone back to tap Brannigan's body in the north. Maybe to scrounge for some equipment? I would imagine that's the case.
probably. I mean, at this point, I'd start considering going with a rifle shield and having that shield on your back as you maybe try and going for a cap or something. But having the rifle there to be able to handle those threats without having to be as exposed. And it does look like he is going to have picked up the M4 of his teammate. And he's going to continue his push towards the eastern entrance of the, the western entrance of the eastern market. And that smoke is going to be good to cover on top of Mahal. 2 smokes out now. Kagan's going to actually kill Mahal because of the confusion. And now Prey's going to the back door. Kagan's going to be greeted by a shield. Will he be able to take him down like he did to Raider? The aggression coming out, but no, this time, yes, they do. They trade. The objective is open. Nuclear can technically push his way in. DMT's on the push. He's the last man alive. He finds Nuclear, but no one's set up on the eastern front to be able to get the kill. Oscar Alvarez gonna be...
Yeah, missed opportunity for sure. DMT has to be checking the cap. No time for the res.
He's got time for the res now. Things have cooled off just a bit. No one's in position at the moment. Kagan's going to go down, but now the look is coming out. Well, they see him. DMT's coming, rushing out. There it is, the kill. Double shot from both remaining members of Phantoms. Now Kagan out in the open. Well, not in the open. He's in between the 2 buildings. It's a decent spot, in fact. But, I don't know. He's going to have to do something here. He's going to have to find something. Kagan finds Oscar Alvarez, but that's going to give Shake the info he needs. He's going to go chasing down an old ghost, but Kagan gonna pop out. Will Shake have seen that? No, he doesn't. Kagan gonna be safe to live for another few seconds. Just less than a minute now on the clock.
Yeah, this is gonna be all about rotations. An interesting C4 play there, almost working out.
And then he almost got him with that angular shot. Now Shake should see him. If Kagan comes down these steps, Shake should have the advantage, but is he gonna go in? It's gonna be all down to timing. Everything is mistimed right now for both sides. No one able to get that advantage on the other just yet.
30 seconds left. Just under, actually closer to 20, and now it's gonna have to be the push to the objective. It'll have to be a mad dash. The peak there, no barrel pointing out. That would have been a good indicator of where that defender is. Now the footsteps should be heard. He's on the inside corner. Can he find him? The trade comes in. Legionnaires will take that round on the defense.
Wow, a heck of a close round ending there.
That was very close indeed. A solid play by Phantoms, almost to overtake them, just not quite quick enough on the east side to capitalize on all the confusion and damage done on the objective. Could have easily been a Phantoms point there. The Legionnaires hold on in the end.
They do that.
We are in a 3-2 on the series now, and it will be Phantoms on the defense for the same objective. We'll see if they can make anything happen. Maybe tie the series up, but they'll have to take a Marsoc win in order to take the series overall.
Wow, we're back into that next round fast.
We are indeed back into it as we get underway with our 6th round. Same objective, different teams defending and attacking as Phantoms have swapped sides. Legionnaires getting the longer spawn, but will opt to use it relatively aggressively as they push 3 up the mid, 1 north, 1 south. Derek watching the cross at the tank, making sure no one gets across the street, gets behind him.
Okay, no one's pushing.
Phantoms, though, not really pushing that angle very hard, so won't really have much of an effect, but a good idea to be checking that in this case of that slower spawn, as they do push one up the southeast corner of the map in order to try and possibly engage where Shake and the others on the east side are.
So this is a pretty rough look right here for Mao and Sam Brannigan. Sam Brannigan's got the corner of his head here. I think Mao did spot him out. If he just moves like 2 feet to his right, it's going to be a gunfight for the ages. As I'll try to pick each other off, but oh, Shake is going to be the first one to find DMT as he makes that aggressive rush on the southeast side, and Brannigan just ducking his way out of that gunfire, but it's enough to tuck in the defense and have them push up on this side. Slowly starting to tighten the noose here. They'll have to deal with Shake before they can do anything. Otherwise, they'll have to constantly be worried about their over the shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, a nice nade could actually take him down with little effort. It would require a little bit of follow-up to make sure he was completely taken out. Shake will put a few extra shots into DMT to make sure he's secured, but overall, Phantom's still holding this one pretty solid at the 4-minute mark.
Now Sam Brannigan finding Kagan there. Mid is exactly what they need. Zarek could be in trouble next if Brannigan continues peeking this window. He's making a little bit of noise. Should give Eric some information about his positioning. But a gunfire in the north there as Raider looking for the defender in the far north is not going to find it. Sam Brannigan will find Zarek on the peak. And there that is.
Ooh, and Shake pops over the wall to find Mahal on the corner. Saw him earlier, but just wasn't ready to take him out yet for some reason. But he runs right over and takes him out right after that pick onto Zarek.
And now it's a 5v1, never mind, a 5v0 as Phantoms will sweep the Legionnaires on that defensive round. Not able to catch any ground whatsoever. And we are into the series decider here, folks. A pretty close. I want to see this one in the Button Cup, you know? I want to see these guys take it out in the Button Cup next season.
Right? This is a good matchup.
It's a very good, solid matchup to watch. as Legionnaires and Phantoms take it to match point. I don't know. I don't know who to call here. It's a tough call. I think Legionnaires probably can hold the defense out when pushed. I think the Phantoms have been struggling a little bit getting their offenses chugging along, but definitely a stronger Phantoms than early season that I remember seeing.
Yeah, it looks like they utilized the time off here from the regular season week, and you know, practicing and trying to spend time scheduling with someone to actually get some time in and maybe watch some. Maybe they've been watching some tape. Because yeah, they are playing very strong here in this Challenger Cup Group A. They've done well. They actually went from what I would have thought would have not been contention to actually being second on the board. I mean, like we talked about, Five Horsemen have clinched things here for today, especially after they won their last round here in today's matchup. But Phantoms to jump up to second place just kind of out of nowhere with that win over Pacifist was a huge deal for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A big swing in terms of standings and everything. I believe we are ready to go as our final round kicks off. We've got the Kayat OBJ. Oh, DMT. If that's not synonymous with how the day has gone, throwing your gun up in the air, not catching it, and then it being out of bounds is really, I think, pretty much sums it up. If somebody could just make that into a GIF, I would really appreciate it. It should have the subtitle "mood," because that's the mood of some teams' track record here today. But no, I mean, overall, this has been a pretty good series. Especially this last game has been really, I think, one of the better ones to watch. Phantoms really surprising everybody, I think. Hopefully not themselves, but everybody else. As they make their push, they've got 4 in the southeast, 1 in the southwest. Legionnaires have a very tucked in defense on the objective. They do not want to give up 2 points, but we'll see if that gives Phantoms a little too much ground to work with here as they make their peaks and try to establish how they're going to make their approach.
Yeah, I can see where this objective we might be waiting a while for a bit of action or for the push. This one's quite exposed, and both teams kind of teetering on match point here. Either one wants to take it home.
Starting to see our first contact here. Nice little frag to check the bazaar center area. Not going to find any love there. They are now starting to make their way across the street, get into position. Prey here might fall prey to Mao as the shield noise might give him away. Defender pushes in a little bit. Prey's got a good opportunity to really get a good set of information to his team about position of these defenders. Frag comes out. Ooh, it's actually pretty dang good. A little bit further and it could have had a chance to down Derek really there. But Prey with the call outs now. Looks like he fed at least 1 or 2 players' information into his team. He's just got to be careful not to expose himself to Zarek's tight angle here. I'm not sure he's aware. Legionnaires 2 up, 2 down, 1 on the west. Oh, and actually they're gonna meet each other, I think. Here is Mao and Prey looking. Oh,
Nuclear with a nice pick from across the bazaar. onto DMT upstairs and on a very tiny angle from where nuclear actually was.
Yeah, there it is. The frag comes out. The shots come out. Ooh, ooh. Why is that frag not exploding? He didn't pull the pin on the... No, he did. Wow, that timer was like 8 minutes long on that frag for some reason.
Yeah, it was a little excessively long, I will agree.
That's,
Plus it was a desync issue.
I must have been. Because Prey, like, put his gun down, or put his shield down to reload.
En mi posición hay otro.
Shots coming out into the smoke from Kagan there, and a couple of return fire shots coming out here, dangerously peeking those windows. Oh, but he does in the end find one through the smoke. He does not know that he got that kill, but he gets it anyway, and that's going to even things out a little bit here as Phantoms are now 4v3 with a down on the Legionnaire side. Could make it 4 if they get the res, but the peek by Oscar.
Yeah, Shake and Oscar there taking out Mahau and Kagan. DMT's also down upstairs. He's nothing but a radio beacon at this point. If there's any sort of smoke utility left here from Legionnaires, this could be a cap play from Phantoms, though it'd be risky to go for a cap play when it's kind of map series decider, round decider right here, right now.
Indeed, indeed. They're hearing the sound of the shield there by Prey, kind of priming his nade, getting ready for it. Oh, does spot him, but he's got the nade out in his hand with the pin pulled. I don't think he can switch his gun. It's like a rock in a hard place. He's got a C4 and a frag in his hand, or the clacker and his frag in his hand, and he saw Prey clear as daylight. Couldn't take the shot. Disappointing for sure for him. Oh, and the nade toss a little too far. Prey spot. Oh, no, it's not. The C4 is close. The C4 is close enough. And the confirm will come out, but there's still 3 Phantoms remaining, and they're coming through like ghosts in the smoke. Raider, the last one on the objective. He finds one. He finds 2. Oh, and Legionnaires pull it out in the end. A very good play by Raider to find 2, just enough to get Eric enough time to rotate back and find that pick on the capper. A great play by Legionnaires and a great series overall. Fantastic stuff.
A very, very tough fight there. And a great play even up from Phantoms. I mean, they were really killing it there. That hard push right in those last few seconds. Everything didn't quite go their way, unfortunately, as you saw, but man, some great play nonetheless from them, and kudos to them for really coming back at the end of the day here to show people what for.
Yeah, it was a great series, a great Group A, but that is gonna do it from us. Congrats again to the Horsemen for holding on to and sweeping the Group A bracket. Fantastic play by them. Great plays for all teams involved. Thank you to everybody at home for tuning in and hanging out with us on this fine Saturday morning. Tomorrow, like we said, there will be the Group B Challenger Cup. 16 teams performing in that, so 8 games every time. We won't be able to cover all of them, but we'll do our best to bring you what we can.
Yeah, we might do a little bouncing around tomorrow. Like if rounds finish early and there are games still playing, we'll try and see if we can't bounce into those games, on a round intermission. So we'll work on that a little bit. But at the end of the day, 5 Horsemen do clinch their victory with a 5-0 run. Phantoms do end up securing the secondary placement with 3-2 with 2 tiebreaker points. Pacifist pulling up a 3rd spot with Legionnaires, Lords of War, VRATH Team, and Virality S13 respectively. So as Noman said, congratulations to the 5 Horsemen, and better luck next time around for all of our other competitors today. But also thanks to our viewers. You guys rock for tuning in. And of course, we have a lot more Onward action coming up in the next few weeks, so be sure and stay tuned for that.
Yeah, absolutely. As Sleepy said, don't go too far. Lots going on next couple of weeks. If you want to be up to date on all of that, go ahead and check out vrmasterleague.com. It's got all your links for our Twitters, our Facebooks, our Discords, everything you could possibly want. Go ahead and sign up for a team or as a reservist for next season. It is too late to get into this season, but next season is awaiting. So go ahead and hit that up. But that is going to do it from us. I want to thank our sponsors, VR Cover and ProTip VR, one final time for everything they do for the league. We do appreciate it in a big way. This is Noman with a 4 and Sleepy with 2 3s, and we're going to be signing off until tomorrow, folks.